The Pontiffs Anonymous Podcast Network is sponsored by McKelvey Insurance Group. If you've ever felt confused or overwhelmed by insurance, McKelvey Insurance Group keeps it simple. They're an independent agency, which means they compare options from multiple providers to find coverage that actually fits you, not just one provider's policy. There's no pressure and no jargon, just honest guidance and real help. Call Evan McKelvey at 618-623-0080 or reach out to us at Pontiffs Anonymous and we'd be happy to connect the dots. They will save you money and they'll save it for you in less than 24 hours. Call it.
We're live. We've started.
We've started. We are so below you, Charlie. Oh, stop that. Look at this setup, dude. You're above me.
It says we.
5 microphones.
4.
Cameras. KG, did you put the guest in KG's spot? Yes. Yes. That answer is yes. Oh, be careful. Did you hear him? Well, I was trying to lay him down. Oh, okay. Yeah. If you could set him up nicely, Charlie. Charlie's a NASCAR media member, officially could be credentialed at the track, I feel.
Not only that, we're now credentialing people through Kenny Wallace Media, which we kind of made up the name on the fly.
Sure.
But now we have college kids that we're credentialing for races and stuff.
Interesting.
Pretty cool.
My phone hasn't rang.
Do you want to go?
Do I want to go cover a NASCAR race? Hard hitting. Who's going to eat me alive? Smoke's gone.
Nowadays, that's a good question.
Kyle might sure.
Kyle would be, I think, the one. Denny's pretty respectful in person, even if he disagrees with you.
Now my son, also Charlie, when he met Kyle, said, I hate Joey Logano. Kyle said, me too.
Well, he said that the other day on what's Sean Hannity's podcast.
Okay.
He said the 3 drivers he doesn't like,
Joey.
Logano. He said Hocevar, which surprised me. And then he said Keselowski, which is Brad's going back.
Way back. Yeah. That's a long-term memory that Kyle has. You love NASCAR, eh, Zoe?
Yeah. I saw NASCAR once.
You did? Here?
No, and yes. We've talked about this. Macon County Speedway.
Okay.
Dirt track. Herm's been there.
Did you guys own?
I know Schrader and Stewart had something.
The Herm was part of that ownership group, I believe.
I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not looking at my phone. I'm setting my watch.
No, it's okay. I'm hyper aware of a very small amount of feedback that I'm hearing.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh,
As long as you're okay.
yeah, I'm okay.
Good. You are? Today?
Yeah.
Your week has gotten better.
What happened? Uh-oh.
Do you want to introduce?
Yeah,
Yes.
let's go ahead.
This is always what happens. We get here, and then I'm always like, I'm in a bad mood, you guys. And then for 25 minutes.
We workshop.
Yeah.
Charlie Marlow is our esteemed guest today. I need to get better at quarterbacking this thing. When we had the great Tim McKernan on,
For 3.5 hours?
the man has some stamina.
Dang.
Ask the
No bathroom breaks?
not for Tim or I.
Okay.
Oh, I took bathroom breaks for everyone.
Yeah.
I think Zoe tinkled a couple times during that.
Oh my God.
I would have to for 3.5 hours.
Thank you.
Wait, before I got here, I made sure I had nothing in me. I just went to the bathroom. You could probably hear it.
Yeah.
Right before we started.
Not I, sir.
Well, you're today when there's a potential stream situation.
Oh.
Say something.
Test. Uh-oh.
Oh.
We got a microphone.
Let me listen.
Let me talk NASCAR while you guys are working on the microphone situation. So I brought all my Matt Kenseth gear. I'm a Matt Kenseth super fan, as you know, because I harass you online about it.
We're going to release that video, by the way, on all platforms.
We recorded a super fan video. So if Matt's first restraining order on me has expired, we can get that renewed.
So this is interesting to me, though, because I don't know if I've really met a real hardcore Matt Kenseth fan besides you. And he's obviously a great driver, champion, but I feel like he wasn't a dude that everybody loved. Like wasn't obviously Earnhardt or Chase Elliott. So it's kind of cool that he's your guy.
He so always liked Mark Martin, who had a good fan base, and Mark raced right, said the right things. I latched onto him, and then when that was coming up, it was fun to jump on a rookie, and then he had Robbie Reiser and everything about being like from Wisconsin short tracks is really cool. So and then the championship run he had in 2003 was big. Can you text Jeff?
Yeah.
Oh, your thanks, Zoe. I appreciate it while we're workshopping.
Appreciate it.
I
Zoe.
don't. No, this is good.
Hope you're having a good week.
Oh, I am. This is good. I need something to do while you guys talk about shit I don't know about.
Sure.
So, don't mind me. I'm bored.
And we'll get to making Speedway when you return to the show.
Well,
I'm really so Matt took off in 2003, and you kind of rally around a guy because he ate a lot of shit for winning a championship with winning only one race, and then they changed the whole system.
The people now were pissed about that, the change. So they're always pissed, basically.
NASCAR fans are hard to please.
Yeah.
Now, one thing about like Kenseth is he always was a very clean, hard race car driver. You had to really do something to him, like dump him in Kansas and take on a championship contender in Kansas to when it was completely unnecessary to do to get under his skin, and then we all know what happened there. I also don't think Joey Logano wins championship in the sport if it wasn't for that moment.
Yeah.
I said to Joey recently, and I saw him in the garage area in the pits. It was last year, I think. I said, yeah, it was a bummer when Matt blew a right front at Martinsville in 16. And he goes, yeah, that's what happened. Like, still pissy.
How about, okay, so I know about that. What about the famous Carl Edwards fake punch? What caused that?
Carl having I almost said something misogynistic.
A hissy fit?
Yeah, Carl being on his fucking period.
Were they teammates at the time?
They were, yeah, for Jack Ross.
Yeah.
You know, Carl's often said he realized how big of a douchebag you look. Like, all my friends gave me shit, like, oh, man, I was scared. I'm like, if I walked up to you and they fake punched you, you would turn to defend it, for sure. So, yeah, Carl can keep crying. What's up? Any update?
No.
Let me check him. We have a technical difficulty with Kurt's mic.
Haven't tried it since?
Test.
I think I really already had my shining moment. I wish your microphone would have worked because now it's like, what was my shining moment?
It's coming. I just texted him.
You can't have your shining.
I don't need a moment. I'm just taking it all in. I have less to say about NASCAR than you probably.
True story. So yeah, and then one thing about you talking about not seeing a whole lot of Matt fans. When I've been to Talladega pre-sobriety, 10 years in a row, spring race, and every time we'd see a Kenseth fan, my buddy Screech would be like, "Oh, they're breeding," you know. So we'd always hear that. So yeah, he wasn't gonna win the Chase Elliott Most Popular Driver of the Year award, but
Solid. Just a solid, steady guy.
Layman.
Top fives.
People, I mean, their children after him, their daughters after him. They offer their wives to him.
Of course. What are the first Matts? You know, not a common name whatsoever.
So you didn't grow up loving NASCAR? Is that accurate?
I would say I didn't grow up with NASCAR at all. So racing for me, like we would get into the Indy 500. We'd watch the Indy 500. It was always my birthday weekend because I'm May 28th. Mm-hmm. So that would be the only race. Yep, always around Memorial Day. And that would be the only race we would ever watch. And then I worked at a gym during my college years where the owner was Ron Hemmelgarn, who's an IndyCar owner.
Okay.
Buddy Lazier was his big driver.
All right.
So this is going back to about 2000 to 2003, 2004. So we'd go up to Michigan for the IndyCar races a couple times there.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, I knew obviously Dale Earnhardt. I remember my dad we were big into collectibles, baseball cards. I remember like the Pepsi bottles for Richard Petty when it was his last year, and he had the collectible glass Pepsi bottles. But then when I worked in Lansing, Michigan, we did have...
Have to be confused with East Lansing?
Well, very close.
Okay.
Our station was in Lansing, but Michigan International Speedway in the market. And at the time, they still had 2 cup races. So we did cover NASCAR a ton when I was there from 2006 to 2008. So I probably covered 4 cup races.
How far is, I always say East Lansing because famous Michigan State.
Sure.
That's what.
Awesome place to hang out.
How far is Brooklyn, Michigan, where
The Irish Hills of Brooklyn. I want to say, so it's down by kind of Jackson, right? I want to say, it's hard because you know NASCAR traffic. Like, if you were to drive there on a random day, what, maybe,
You sound like my wife when I ask her how far points are in Southern Cal.
okay, but like 40, I guess probably 40, 45 minutes. I can't remember. Because we always go there on a race day where sometimes you can't get out of there for freaking 2-3 hours afterwards.
Yeah, you pack a cooler. Yeah. The one time I've been to a Michigan race, blacked out the whole weekend. Couple things I do remember. It was the first time that I camped in a RV on the infield because we were always in Talladega or Bristol and walking to the track. So we were infield. Good track to be on the infield in. I was there twice. The second year I went, a buddy of mine, good friend, God rest his soul, was an ARCA official and got me pit passes for the ARCA show. So we got to, I tried to, you don't want to be stumbling in the pit road and all. They generally frown upon that, but it was a good time. I enjoyed Michigan. It's a good track to infield it at. Talladega, I like to be in the tri-oval, see the whole thing, and it's pretty wild. But they space out in Michigan. They used to. I think they've tried to play them a little bit. These guys are still struggling over here.
So, dude, I think round 4, I know Carl Edwards won one of the races.
Yeah.
I'll look this up. I thought Kenseth won one of them as well. This was 06, 07. So there have been four races.
So you've been to a Kenseth win.
I remember Carl.
I had one. I would never forget.
I want to look it up now because I don't want to be Roger Clemens misremembering, but I thought Kenseth did win one. Oh, you know what? So the first year would have been 06. Again, I may be misremembering. I think Brad Keselowski won the ARCA race that year.
Oh, wow.
I think he was just coming up because, his dad,
Because I remember his first ever win was at Talladega.
Michigan guys, Toledo guy. Yeah, his race at the Toledo Speedway where I'm from. Let me look this up, though. Carry on.
Yeah, I'm watching these guys do their best. It's all good. And Joe, you read what Jeff texted?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about this, guys.
Dude, it's all good. We'll edit this all out. Or somebody will. Well, I do enough editing.
We don't edit much.
No.
Part of the show, so. Because your microphone is working, Zoe. It's just Kurt's that's not.
Wait.
Up.
Hello.
And the feedback went away, right?
Yes!
Yeah.
3, 4, 3, 4, Z.
M-I-Z?
No, but what was
Z-O-E.
W Zoe.
Oh,
Good work. Zoe, good work.
holy shit.
Wow. Long day, hard work. All for the good of Kurt Garner. Come on, say so.
Hey, Kurt. I don't know what I would have done without you there.
This is incredible.
You guys, when you guys are talking, I'm looking at Kurt. I'm like not trying to like say anything, but I'm like,
Shape no matchy, plug in, question mark?
Not only could I not help you, I couldn't contribute to the conversation over there. I was completely reduced.
poor Kurt.
How about this?
What?
You should appreciate this, Ponduff. Look at this. So, 06, Kenseth, you know what he finished that year? 06.
In the standings?
In the championship. Second. He finishes second.
Behind Jeremy.
He wins California, Dover, Michigan, I was right, Bristol.
He won a fuck.
So he won 4 races. He went back-to-back Michigan, Bristol. So I was right. So that was, I'm guessing that's the fall race, right?
Yeah, so I was at Rose Bowl Tavern for that Bristol win in Champaign, Illinois, on a
Bail up.
tanking townies down 2 at a time.
Nice. Yeah. So Kenseth,
Let me ask you this, Nish. If you're a female, Kurt. Yeah, I like where this is going. Wouldn't,
I also want to answer.
you matter what, wouldn't you want to bang out a drunk cokehead hanging out at the Rose Bowl Tavern in Champaign, Illinois, watching the Bristol NASCAR race during Country Knows if you were a towny female? I'm not a towny female, and I'm kind of getting worked up over here. See what I mean?
Yeah, you're painting a pretty vivid picture there.
Good, hold on. Because if you're in that position, the towny female is probably in a similar state.
correct?
If she's around you.
Yeah, I mean, I got a stack of blow there.
Well, yeah, are we talking about champagne?
Yeah, champagne.
So is it like a townie or is it like a college?
No, I was townies.
You would go for the townies?
Well, I just kind of flocked to them. I was already a pretty well-versed alcoholic by the time I got to college. Grew up here in Belleville, God bless. And the college bars, where you stand in line and have to pop a collar and kind of be a pussy little frat boy, which, pardon my French, I'm sure you guys were frat boys.
I was not.
Nope. Okay, great.
Athletes over here.
I strung them all out on heavily cut cocaine and banged their girlfriends, but not all of them, just the townies.
And some Gucci flip flops.
You got that right. But we
Yours, right?
So yeah,
Hands
like
spot?
Hands was at my spot. Like I would be a tumble in. I was a townie bar, so because I like to sit at a bar stool and have a drink.
Dude, we would go to Cam's.
I'm not a Jägerbombs guy.
Jägerman. Remember, this is again probably what, 2002, 3, 4-ish.
I was there 02 through 07.
Okay.
The doctor.
Remember that show where you would have it was singled out? They would have singled out. You don't go to there.
Bring it back.
So I went to Bradley. So whatever that is, hour 15.
Oh, Bulldog?
We got
Braves. Close to Big Al's.
Big Al's. I think it's closed.
Okay, well, you closed.
That's what I heard. My buddies were telling me. But we got so bored, Bradley, after a couple, 2, 3 years, we were like, all right. We randomly started going to Illinois on Wednesdays. On
Nice.
Wednesday night. We would just drive. We had a buddy. We'd always sleep somewhere. Sometimes we drove back. But I remember going to Cam's a lot.
Yeah.
I remember the floor being real dirty.
Oh, your shoes would
Just
That's
black
disgusting.
beer. But it was fun.
You should see the mop water. They wouldn't change it very often.
Right.
What years were you at Bradley?
I graduated in 04, so I was there, 2000, 2004.
There's a world where we would have crossed. Coach Calmer. I had some conversations with him.
Bill Dewey.
Went and visited this beautiful stadium.
Yeah, they had the minor league stadium.
You're Liverman, baby.
Yep, they got Riverman. I was there when they built the new baseball stadium. So we practiced a little bit on the old one. And then, they have the Peoria, what is it, the Peoria Chiefs?
I think
They
so.
changed the name. Is that offensive? I don't know.
Well, it's better than what Pekin used to be.
I know that one.
Did you hear that?
Well, I've talked about that on the radio.
Really?
Yes.
Do you know what the Pekin High School mascot was?
Until, by the way, I've looked this up. I think it was until about 1980.
It was too long.
And also, Pekin was known. I go there. I don't know anything about Peoria area, but I was told that Pekin is the spot where some of those old ways still
Not surprised. Are going on, dude. What?
What was it?
Yeah, I don't know. So Pekin is like Champaign, Urbana. So Pekin and Peoria are kind of sister cities.
I would say Pekin's probably 20 minutes away.
Yeah, it's not as like right next, but they're close enough. If we'd go up for tournaments, you were playing the Pekin Flyers or Peoria Junior Rivermen in tournaments, but their high school nickname, and for the sake of the show, we can say it.
I'm waiting for you.
It was the Pekin Chinks.
Until about 1980, and the mascot was a Chinaman basically with the hat.
It was
I'll look this up. I think it was till 1980.
Can you believe that? That's too long. The story goes that it was a Chinese railroad town. Chinese immigrants settled in Pekin and worked on the railroad, and they were trying to honor them. That's the story. Zoe is a MSW from WashU, and she's coming unglued it.
Well,
Till
Honestly?
81. The 30s until 81.
And what they switched to?
The Flyers.
No, I think they're the Dragons.
Oh, so they're
That's really cool.
are dragons real or not?
Back in the day?
the only dragon that I know of is the blonde on Game of Thrones, and I haven't seen Game of Thrones besides the Mr. Skin scenes.
Can you be a dragon and not breathe fire?
I don't know, because then aren't you just a lizard?
A big dinosaur?
Those definitely don't exist anymore, right?
But, back in the day, could there have been a dinosaur
I
that
mean, the day.
breathed fire? Back in, the dinosaur days. I would consider if there's really a dragon, it's probably back then, right? One would think.
I feel like there has to still be at least like one.
I think we'd have seen it.
You think? We already know, less than 5% of the ocean? What if it's under?
That could happen.
She's always trying to. She's like, I want to just stop talking about NASCAR. I'm a lead or in
Oh.
sports. And you grew up right down the street from Peoria.
It's true. My bio mom grew up in Peoria,
Nice. I didn't know that.
East Peoria.
Shout out Peggy.
East Peoria, across the river, casino.
Yep. That's where I stay. Paradise at Paradise.
Casino.
And it's spelled wrong. It's Paradise, like D-I-C.
Paradise, it's spelled
Exactly right for the pun. It's exactly right.
So you grew up in Toledo. Sure. Let's start at the beginning.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Let's start at conception. Dave Conception.
I just wanted to say that I wasn't coming unglued just at the like unhinged concept of their mascot. It at large, it's just crazy because you're right, it was too long. And also like MLK was assassinated like 12, 13 years before that. Like it wasn't that long before. Like this shit is very recent. Like hateful, racist bullshit did not start like yesterday. It was like this shit has been going on.
I'd agree, though. I feel like they were about 15 years too late. You can understand why some of those nicknames, I'm not saying I agree with them.
I know
You can understand why they were created in the 30s or whatever. But I feel like in the 60s, that was probably the time where they first started to get changed, I would guess.
Yeah. I mean, I think after we realized that the World War II, that we had a form of concentration camps and during World War II, and when we realized that was a problem, maybe then the nicknames maybe like that one is pretty egregious. Now I do want my chief back to Illinois, because I feel that's out of respect, and I feel
Well, it's
wrong with
like
the white liberals that are mad about.
Illini Wick, like
Yeah, Chief Illini Wick.
aren't they? Like, isn't it like that's the
Right. At all.
territory?
Yes. Yes.
So like that's why I didn't get that one.
Right. And from my research,
Okay, research.
Wikipedia, right?
Most Native Americans are not offended by
It's a large amount of white liberal arts students.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Which is probably even more annoying for Native Americans once again deciding what the.
Why is Florida State? Florida State does it. I feel like they honor them. I think they have some scholarships and some money going towards them. I feel like we can also honor them in a way.
Sure. I think that could be the difference between during a general election map of blue and red, Florida's been a redder state. Illinois,
There you go.
not so much. I think that might have something to do with it.
But like with Florida, I think, because I was in Florida about 3-4 weeks ago, and I was just randomly, I always like to check my gambling apps, and it didn't come up in Florida. And I did my own research also, Wikipedia, and I'm pretty sure it's because of the Native American casinos are kind of still
Oh yeah,
still have a lot of power down there.
yeah.
Like their version of the gas station slot machines.
No, but I think they're full blown casinos. But I think the sports betting deal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's that. Yeah, in the way with Missouri sports gambling,
Yeah.
I think was the gas station slots.
There's a Chesterfield Valley on the run. It's got like 9 machines in it, and people sitting at them, and they are supposed to shut those down. But
So we've been going to Innsbruck the last year or so.
yeah, you spend a lot of time in Innsbruck. Well, I'd say it's Innsbruck.
Every couple weeks.
You'd like it.
We have a rental there,
I was wondering,
but we try to go there when it's not rented.
nice. You're a property guy.
I try to be. We have in the last 10 years or so. Kind of getting out of that.
Oh, really?
Well, I like the short-term rental. We could get into this too, but
This is your canvas, baby.
it's. I'll tell you what. If you have a loan on a rental property, it's pretty dang hard to cash flow positive post-COVID. As we all know, everything is more expensive, and I had all condos. If you look at what an HOA has gone up, and I could tell you, I mean, some of them have doubled, but HOA, taxes, insurance, any type of, you get anything fixed now to at least double what it used to be. So,
Right.
like I said, now if you got a loan back in the day and it's pretty low, you're still probably right on the border of cash flowing positive. And then if you have a bad, like we'll have a condo where you have to replace the whole AC unit. One last year was $7,500. That's essentially your profit for 2 years. So that's where there's a lot of people that they always,
Oh, why?
well, but they always rip on landlords. I know landlords, nobody likes them.
Right.
They're the big bad landlord. And I think some of them are. But I think there are people who have a nice little side hustle. That's what we tried to do. And it's becoming more and more difficult to make that a profitable enterprise. And then I think what happens then is the big dogs end up getting all. Yeah, so there you go.
And I mean,
But I brought that up real quick because I was in Innsbruck, and there's this nice little food market. It's not really a gas station, and I was going there. It was like a Saturday morning. This was probably last summer, and I go in at about 8, 9 in the morning. I think right when they open, and there was this dude who sat down for the video poker for the video slots at like 8 or 9 in the morning on a Saturday. Now, maybe that's just his treat for the week.
Yeah,
I
Saturday
just-
morning cartoons.
But I also just thought, man, like, it was a nice day. It was sunny still. And you're going to the local food market gas station, basically, and you're just going to sit down and start pulling the lever or pushing the button and just
it's an addiction.
spending off your money, for sure.
And
That kind of depressed me. Not gonna lie.
the math on those are not in your favor.
100%.
And I have, it's when they brought him to the taverns in Illinois, it's keeping taverns in business. Because, I mean, they could be dead from the bar ring, or you're not making any money on food, but the machines, they keep taverns in business. I grew up in neighborhood taverns. The machines, I've known people to empty and wreck families financially on machines. Even
100%.
this was before they legalized it in Illinois, like at the VFWs and the Knights of Columbus halls, where they're just continually writing checks, and it's a process addiction, man, and it's a very similar dopamine hit and chase.
Process addiction?
Yeah, like gambling, sex.
Oh, like more like behavioral rather than. Well, I guess it's all behaviors.
Yeah, but they refer to it as a process addiction, but it's very similar. And I do see, as gambling becomes legalized, sports gambling, I see people needing, whether it's outpatient services, some type of services to get sober from gambling addiction. I know a lot of people that have gone to GA and they blacklisted themselves from the boats or the casinos called boats because it's got nasty.
I love when people call them boats, by the way. That's such an Illinois, Missouri. Because back in the day, they were river boats.
Oh,
I just love, so
Grandma's going to
in Ohio, we didn't have them at the time. They had casinos up in Detroit. We would go to Windsor, Canada.
Yep.
Over 19 to drink.
Smoke weed. There's weed up there.
But yeah, but we had weed.
Was it legal in Canada? But wasn't it legal?
I don't think so. This would have been, so like right when you turn 19.
This is the billet mom telling there.
Right. You start going to Windsor, which is an hour away. But then I go to college again at Bradley, and that's where everybody calls the casinos the boats, which I love.
Yeah, because that's why I tell them
Yeah.
starts.
They're fake boats. I guess technically they're real boats, or they were.
It used to be. It'd have to be on water. I mean, they used to float up the Mississippi. I mean, this is how Mark Twain days have to get around shit. Yeah.
St. Clark.
So you grew up in Toledo. Mm-hmm. Back to Innsbruck real quick because we jump around because I'm not good at this. I'm a horrible quarter. You're good. 3 put-ups.
At least 3 put-ups.
If you insult yourself,
Yes, 3 put-ups for every put-down.
I like that. I should do it with my kids.
Yeah, you should.
It really changes the game. Like, I could be having the worst day, and then I'm like, oh, my friend tried to do self-fabricating 3 put-ups.
The good news is that microphone debacle did not happen on Monday. That would have been.
I wouldn't be
All
here.
right. Now, what was Monday?
That
We did a little dissociation on Monday, but
word.
we have 2 recordings. Zoe took a nap during the second one. Yeah. And it just was storming out on the ride home. God, there were tornadoes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Jesus. That was Monday?
That was Monday then.
Long fucking week.
But my week did get better now that I remember what Monday was.
Sure. I'm glad too.
So around 3 put-ups. Thank you for crying for me.
I'm kind. I love Matt Kenseth, and
He loves you.
And I've had a good week. Is that okay? It's great.
Yeah.
Innsbruck. Ashley had a Girls Gone Mild at Innsbruck West.
Oh,
That's where they went, and they got a
That's
cat.
a good place to go mild.
Yeah, so and
They really can't go wild.
they don't have these girls don't. They're
valid.
You'd have to import the wild. Sure.
They don't have that
Okay.
club in their bag. Ashley,
Yeah.
Kiffin, Holly, and Haley. Mild is about.
I mean, I think they sat around the cabin, played board games, watched Love Is Blind, and had a couple glasses of wine.
Oh my God.
Sign me up.
It's boring in a good way.
Do you golf out there?
So I've never golfed out there. My wife has. My wife's the bigger golfer than me,
You're an I bet you hit the ball a ton
but I'm not consistent.
whatsoever.
You got the baseball player's slice.
Oh,
You know what's funny?
body break.
It's how you break all good.
Sponsored by McKelvey Insurance.
There you go.
And do you have an inner?
I swear, people don't believe me when I say this. The first time I ever played golf, because my dad wasn't a golfer, so we just never played. But all my buddies, we had this golf course in Michigan because I live super close to Michigan. So basically, the end of my street, probably 500-600 yards, is the Michigan line. So all my buddies literally lived where this golf course in Michigan called Maple Grove was in their backyard. So we used to just like sneak on all the time. We'd get chased off that play. We'd play like 3-4 holes until they were just running back home. So I'm telling you, like I was actually pretty good the first time I ever played golf without having any lessons or anything. And I swear I've gotten worse. So like the best golf I ever played was probably 7th or 8th grade. And I've gotten worse as I've gotten older.
That's real. Yeah. I've had to adjust my expectations. I'm like, this is my handicap. This is Lonnie should do that. I'm not trying to play par golf. I mean, who the fuck am I? And I enjoy it. Playing the tournament tomorrow morning will be the first time I've gotten out though all spring because it's been so busy.
Where at?
Arlington and Granite.
Are you going to the Dotem?
I am going to the Donum. Yeah.
I saw or I heard an ad for that on the way down here.
Are you going to the Donum? Have you ever
No.
been to a Donum?
Well, I've been there, I think, to do the radio show. I don't think I ever played it. No, I never played it.
How you guys have worked together ever?
I don't think so. There might have been a day where you came in and filled in since I joined the team or did an hour.
Yeah, I definitely came in the last couple.
But when you were a regular part of the mix, I was just
You were just a listener, and you were a famous emailer, KG in O-Town.
Do you miss morning radio?
I really don't miss it, but I mean I like doing it every once in a while. But I'm also super busy. You know what I'm saying, right? Yeah, I mean it's fun. I will say I told Tim McKernan, a couple of years back, because we were talking about different stuff, and this is when there were kind of openings at radio, and everybody's wondering what they're gonna do. And this was after I had left Hot Take Central. And because we're getting into the NASCAR stuff with Kenny Wallace, I also just, I'm not from St. Louis. I covered the sports for however many years, 14, 15 years. I kind of thought when I left TV, I would still be a St. Louis sports fan, and I'm not.
Really?
It's not something you can just make happen. Like, I thought I would care more about the Cardinals. Like, I want them to win. Don't get me wrong. But I just kind of stopped paying attention. But also, I think the teams got worse.
And so I told Tim that little bleak.
Yeah, I said I would still do a local radio show, or if it was a podcast. Like for me, I don't care if I'm on radio or not. I think there's a lot of older people. I like to shit on boomers too. I love boomers.
Don't dare test me.
Did he? But like, I know this for a fact 'cause I've talked to these people. Again, like people kind of leaving whatever TV, radio the last 5 years. I'd had older people like, man, like I can't go all podcasts. Like I still got to be on the radio. And maybe they have sponsors who are 60, 70. It still matters that they're on the radio. I'm 43. I could care less if I'm on any broadcast just because I feel like what we're doing now. To me, the audio is radio. YouTube is TV. It's all good. If you want to be on broadcast, whatever. Radio, TV, that's fine. To me, I don't care whatsoever. I'd rather be digital, to be honest with you.
When was the last time, as like a consumer, you had on FM or AM radio?
So I do listen to you guys, but like I'll drop my kids off. And so
Wait, they don't let them listen?
well, I like to talk to them in the car. That's a good 20, 40 minutes. Although my daughter recently was I'm just ignoring me. She likes to count school buses. But so like I'll drop my son off first, daughter off, boom, it's probably 8:40, 8:35. So I'll turn you guys on, but it's like only like a 5-minute drive that I get home. And I always say like I don't listen to anybody because my job is so audio based.
Right.
I'm always listening to stuff. Like I always had headphones in, so I can't listen to any other shows while I'm working.
So you're at home. I mean, editing all the content. You're quote unquote producing.
I do both. Yeah, I mean, I'm like,
Okay, go on.
so for, I mean, the Kenny Wallace stuff is now probably 90% of my job.
So Kenny Wallace for you, maybe Kurt, probably Kurt. You probably know who Kenny Wallace is.
Oh, he's a driver.
His brother Rusty was a NASCAR, very successful Hall of Fame NASCAR driver. Champion '89, I believe. In the Miller Lite 2 car, a genuine giraffe.
I believe he actually won in the Kodiak car.
Okay, and then he went to Italy in the Miller Deuce. And Rusty. So then there's Mike and Kenny, the other brothers that are local racing heroes. But Kenny was really successful. One of my favorite Kenny moments ever was when he raced his way into the 500 in the 2004 or 5 during the Gatorade Twins, when it used to be during the day like they're supposed to be. It's that fucking blasphemy into what they've done to those.
I think they'll get back to that. I think they realize that.
Finally, tell Herm I said that. It's fucking blasphemy.
Who's Herm?
Like everybody's all
That's not a nickname. Gotcha.
and he's from Arnold, and he's a St. Louis. You'll see him at baseball games, and you guys got connected because of Channel 2 Sports, because Charlie used to work Channel 2 Sports,
Right.
caster.
She knows. She's blocked all the time.
She was a big fan of the the dim off thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Professional liar.
You know, I think one of the first stories I did was '08, was whatever they were doing, because they didn't have cup racing back then. So I think it was now we call it O'Reilly series. And I think Kenny was racing. They had, maybe it was trucks. They had like a Wallace Brothers tribute race, but whatever it was. This would have been '08.
Mike would drive the Cardinals car in that Busch race.
I think Kenny drove a Cardinals car.
It was really, that was cool. Yeah, because I'm telling you, if you're used to a Talladega super speedway, you go down to Gateway, the Worldwide Tech Speedway now, what it's called, official Raceway, excuse me. You can get right up there.
Close call.
If there's not rubber in your beer, you ain't racing. Rubber from tires. That's me.
It's all good.
Always.
I've been to one event over at World's Life Technology. That's the only racing thing I've ever been to. When I was working for Sugar Fire, we had a tent out there. It is pretty remarkable seeing that up close and just feeling that.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow, you know Chris Sugarfire?
Yeah, he tells me guys you at soccer practice.
So he helped coach basketball for second grade. Good guy.
We actually get on to that.
We talked about the fact that he used to do the track, but I don't think you guys do anymore for NASCAR. I think just maybe Indy.
I'm a little removed from the barbecue.
Sugar fire for the great guys. Sugar fire for the sides is what I say.
By the way, also, Sugarfire, it always gets back to Innsbruck. They have a full-time setup. Real pool.
Very nice.
So like every weekend, and then during the summer, there's like a Sugarfire setup out there by the pool. Now it's not the full menu, but it's legit.
So you take you, your wife, and the kids. You guys, the family. Is it just the four of you that go out there, or do you meet people?
We just got it. We
Okay.
just got it last end of June.
Okay.
And we do rent it nonstop. So like we were just there. We try to get up at least once a month. I'll go up there more. Sometimes my son and I, because he's not in kindergarten yet. Like in the last whatever, we've owned it for about a year. My son and I will go up sometimes during the week because like we had to get a lot of work done. So I would go up there to meet whoever's working and like.
But you're not swinging the hammers.
Not for that type of stuff. Like I did swing a hammer the other day. There's just because we got like you're going down to the dock. There's always like loose boards. So I had to swing like the other day. I did swing a hammer. Well, okay, but if you're walking down and you feel a little bit of loose board, it's pretty easy just to.
Drive a nail me not. Can you get a pontoon on this?
You can on the Lake Aspen,
Okay.
but I feel like they don't have a lot of slips. I think that's a coveted slip.
I would bet they don't want it overdeveloped.
Sure. Yeah.
You like Lake Decatur.
I love Lake Decatur.
You got a bachelorette party coming.
I know.
Decatur.
It was gonna be Girls Gone Wild, but now that it's in Decatur, I think it's gonna have to be a little wild.
Nice.
I know, but it's just my sister. She doesn't get too wild. So
Is that the one on 55?
Decatur.
Yeah.
What's the lake community on
No.
55?
Decatur's off 70.
Okay.
It's off
32.
Dolty Farts.
Isn't there kind of a decent sized lake community?
Fire Lake Springfield.
Is that what it is?
I mean, that's right.
Oh, yeah, that's
drive literally over it. Yeah.
And there's still a Schnucks there, I believe.
Well, Springfield's pretty big.
Right. But I feel like that might be like the furthest Schnucks.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Because like Schnucks,
There's one, Champagne. There is. Okay. I would go there and get my Andrea sauce for steaks because the Chicago kids, they'd have Andrea sauce and they'd start to even consider being Cardinals fans because of it. It's so fun. I put Andrea sauce in my Cheerios. I love it. I don't cook meat without it. Thanks, Max. Feel free to sponsor the show.
and it's Andrea's.
Yeah. What do you call them? Andrea's?
What is it?
Andrea?
Is it a
An Andrea's Steakhouse?
Where in?
There's one on this side right by Far Oaks. It's been there forever. I used to sell weed out of the kitchen. Shout out there.
I'm sorry, Nate.
But you don't use Andrea's steak sauce? I've never heard of it. They have
ANDREA.
ANDIA, yeah. Are they associated with Sam's?
I think there was a association way back when.
Okay.
But Max Kenseth owns Andrea's, him and his wife, family restaurant. It's like an old house. They serve fucking chops this fucking big.
Nice.
Their prime rib is as big as a whole plate. It's incredible, and they have this sauce. They bottle it, sell it, and Schnucks. You gotta try it. I mean,
Where's the other one?
they used to do it in Chesterfield, and they closed it, so they just have the one over here.
Okay.
In O'Fallon, so right by Far Oaks off the highway. You gotta go if you like steak.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
You're a foodie, aren't you?
I mean, a little bit. I got kind of I thrust into that.
So just because this is topical.
Yeah.
So
I owe you a response.
Oh, no, it's all good. So my wife and I, our anniversary was Wednesday.
Ooh, happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's April 29th. I know this will come out next week. So we went to a Acero in Maplewood.
Very good.
And we've been there, I think, 4 times. And we always go and get the 4-course tasting menu. I know it's not cheap, but anniversary. So we're, spent a little bit. And as we were leaving and while we were there, we're kind of thinking, I'm like, now, ambiance is cool and all that, but like when you're judging restaurants, I was trying to think. I think Acero, and I haven't been to them all, I think Acero for just the taste, the flavor of food might be my favorite restaurant in all of St. Louis.
Wow.
Every time we go in there, which is 4 times, and my wife agreed, and we always get that 4-course tasting menu. We try to get different stuff.
Sure.
And everything is just like, there's so much flavor in every bite.
It has been there. It has staying power. It's
Yeah.
quietly been there for, I bet, over 10 plus years.
Is that it?
Yes, I thought maybe longer. It could be. I just know
I think we went there
I would.
we haven't been there more than 5 years, but
I think it's been there for a while, and that says something for especially restaurants in that where it's located. And I think there's a lot of restaurant turnover in the area. So it is it. I always gotta you just gotta put into a Mount Rushmore. But if you're saying number one, I'm not gonna argue with
well, I'm just trying to think. I haven't been to them all, but as I was walking, I was like, man, every time I come here, the food is freaking awesome.
Do you have to get a reservation?
Well, this was a Wednesday, so I just did day of, but yes, usually.
So okay, but you could get a table on a Wednesday.
I Googled it, and they did the through open door, and they gave me a bunch of options. I said, boom, 7:30, and it was super easy.
Wow.
Very.
But again, Wednesday night.
Right. Are there... it's just that I've never heard of this place.
I hadn't either, though, until probably 3-4 years ago.
It's tucked in Maywood it's by the post, but a little bit further east.
What's the brewery there?
Schlafly?
But yeah, I mean, right by, you could park, you could illegally park in Schlafly if you want to.
Sure. You could walk to Drug Church from there. I've got a nice little dinner.
Or highly recommend.
From Drug Church.
It's a non-paid endorsement.
Do you drink there?
Whenever I go out to dinner, I usually have a couple. We had actually, is it Obolon, which is Ukrainian beer?
Would know. I'm out of the game.
Right. But that's what I had. Had 2 of them.
Was it good?
I liked it. I'm a beer guy.
Oh, he's a beer guy.
Yeah.
You had a couple in Boston that night. I saw you on Game 7.
So this is
2019.
2019. Oh, okay. Let me think. I definitely had some afterwards,
Yeah.
for sure. Oh yeah, no doubt.
Were we on the same plane?
I can't remember. So that was fun.
We won. Yeah, I bet. Okay, best day of my life.
Yeah, we had Sorry, but I had to work though. So we had an Airbnb in a pretty sweet area. Like, it was a nice spot. This was just for Fox 2. Me, Martin, I think 2 photographers.
Because Martin like sat with us a little bit. We were me and Matt would walk out and talk to Martin in between periods, but I couldn't leave my seat after the second period. I stayed.
Okay, so I only went for the road game. Like, I traveled, I think that was what? They played the Stars. I didn't travel to Winnipeg. I traveled to Dallas maybe twice. If they played.
What about San Jose?
San Jose at least once. Remember, because I had to buy clothes at Kohl's because my bag didn't arrive. But then I didn't go to the first.
I'm a Coles guy.
Yeah. I didn't go to the first couple road games, but I went there for Game 7. And then they won. It's awesome. I've always said that's my favorite sports moment is that 2 months. Even though I'm more of a baseball guy.
Right.
I got to cover my Ohio State Buckeyes winning a national championship. But for fun, for me, it was the Blues 2019 Cup run. Wasn't that was that a Tuesday or a Wednesday night? Tuesday? Because what I remember is
June 12th.
I think it was
Tuesday.
I think the Blues had the chance to clinch on a Sunday here. This a 3-dayer, so maybe Wednesday. Whatever it was a weekday. And obviously the Bruins lose. We're on air forever. Like Fox 2 is always the last one, which is great. We're always the last one. We were live, myself, Martin, Andy Strickland, forever. Then we get out like, dude, the Blues won the Stanley Cup. We're ready to start partying. And all the bars around were closed because Boston lost and it was a Wednesday. But we had some supplies back
Right.
at
You're at the Marriott. Did you just like? That's where we were hanging out.
Okay.
Was where the Blues were? Yeah.
So we saw Blues people. We saw Blues party.
Holy.
I think Hull was there.
He was.
And we grabbed some beers there.
Yes.
Because we couldn't get
Right.
beers anywhere else.
Lila, the little girl that was Badla, she was there with her. Layla, yeah.
I interviewed her.
She was good friends at
Recently.
It was just past it. They were pretty tight. And
She's doing great.
she is. Yeah, it looks like
She's doing great, which is awesome.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that was. That night was. I was the
Fun.
only sober person in the vicinity.
So you're sober at that time.
Oh yeah. How long you been sober? A little over 12 years. All years in the mud.
Good job.
Thank you. And really, we started, just so you know, to give you a little background, we started doing this podcast in 2020, took a break, and then relaunched in January of 25. And it was just one show, Panos Anonymous, where we have conversational testimonials. People come share their stories. It's tragedy, trauma, and triumph against addiction, the disease of the dark aspects of this disease, and overcoming it. The moms that have lost children, which are fucking brutal, but important stories because of how dangerous it's gotten with fentanyl out there. And then this January, we added 2 more shows to the network because we're trying to grow the network to get the message out there more. People are reaching out, seeking help and transformation because of the show. So we have a show called Needed to Hear That with me and a guy named Chaz, who's a brilliant clinician. So he's kind of the therapist and I'm the dumb fuck client, but he answers all the tough questions. He's really sweet, profound, and all that. Clinical show. And then we always call this show, it's like our combat, it's called PAFO, a play on FAFO. We used to just call it the fuck around show, but we needed an actual title. A lot of compassion fatigue you can get in this. It's in this industry, working in treatment.
So like if you're too emotional, you're saying you just have more fun.
So that's what this show.
I get it.
If you think of service dogs wear vests to identify them as service dogs, but a couple times a day they take their vests off, go out in the yard and play, and just to be dogs. So this show, Zoe, is for us just to be dogs.
I like that.
In with the bar.
I like that.
This shirt says big dog.
And
Actually, it says beware of dog. Okay.
so 3 podcasts are all done weekly.
Yeah,
That's a lot of work, dude. It is.
He's a workhorse. That's why he
well,
always on.
4 podcasts if you count.
Oh yeah.
PAFO Plus.
PAFO plus.
Taco.
That is on the plus subscription level.
Well, what you don't know what it is?
I do not.
It's basically a critique or a wrap up show
Of the show.
done by Iggy.
Oh, just him?
He sits on his couch. So
But it's on your network.
it is, and he will be critiquing you. I forgot to warn you.
Uh-oh.
He gives some critiques, and I'm sure he's going to be, he gives a fuck about NASCAR, what are you going to talk about
I mentioned Mr. Skin for a second, but didn't like really get into it. I'm sure that's going to disappoint him.
So is that something that he has interest in? I'm talking like, does he own it?
Mr. Skin?
No,
He
like
just likes it.
he's a part of our team.
No, I know, but I mean, Mr. Skin
Oh,
is a website that doesn't really have any relevance anymore, correct?
God.
You wouldn't think there'd be much of a need for it.
I always think nowadays it's just in your face so much.
no, I use it daily. I like to know where the art, you know, I like to know when the artist.
Oh, I guess it gives you little tag stamps or whatnot. I gotcha.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to know
How he does his research.
at what point in the movie the mom from Seventh Heaven took her top off,
Right.
Mr. Skin can help you with that.
Very easily.
Yeah.
And
When I was, I mean, back in the day, that was, and I knew the timestamps of what we're talking about. Probably
when your VHS is
Basic Instinct. We had Basic Instinct, and what was the one with Michael Douglas? The affair one. What's it called?
Dirty
Harrelson. That's John Roberts. That's movies. Fuck. That movie's.
She boils the bunny, right?
Yeah, it's indecent proposal on it.
No, that's the one with Demi Moore and Robert Redford.
See, something to
Basic Instinct. This is where Michael Douglas cheats on his wife with Glenn Close.
Fatal Attraction?
Fatal Attraction.
I was just.
So back in the day, at my house, take my parents' movies, VHS. There were 2 movies that had nudity, and I knew the second that there was nudity in Basic Instinct and Fatal Attraction. Like I knew every scene for sure.
Had to.
100%.
Had to.
It was back then. It was much simpler.
Do you remember your first boob?
Like personally,
I do.
on a movie.
Movie, magazine? Because I have one that stands out in my mind.
Oh, like a visual, not a touch.
Right, right.
A visual. It probably was honestly Basic Instinct or Fatal Attraction.
I remember Pamela Anderson's Playboy.
Oh, okay. So we're talking magazines too.
Sure.
Yeah, it was probably Playboy. For
I was
sure.
playing myself when I was 5 to Youngblood. Not Miss McGill because you don't see her tits, but the girl from Johnny 5, the coach's daughter, and Rob Lowe, you do see her tits in that.
Here's a good example. So back in the day, you'd have your Playboy. It was stuck inside like a Sports Illustrated, underneath your bed or whatever. And so I remember, my older brother's about 2.5, 3 years older.
Just the 2 of you?
No, he's, what is he now? He's 46-ish. I'm 43. My sister will turn 40 this year. My brother is,
I don't think you're supposed to say that.
well, it's fine.
Just kidding.
My wife also, they're basically the same age.
Yeah, so that's got
So she also has that birthday coming up. They're really close, like in July. And then my brother's at 89 birthday, so what is that, 37. But yeah, so we'd have that Playboy, and this is why it's funny because she came back in the news with Trump. You'd have your Playboy, like you might have 1 or 2, but like you memorized that. If that was yours, like you knew.
Yeah.
So it was that Karen McDougal.
Okay.
I believe it was a Christmas episode, and Karen McDougal then became famous because I think she was one of Trump's mistresses. I think she tried to sue him or something. You can look that up. I believe it's like after Aaron McDougal. It was probably
Are you twitching?
an edition in the mid 90s,
Okay.
maybe late 90s.
Well, we're talking about sex and Trump. Both things can make you.
My thought of mistress was like, he was either paying for it or she didn't actually want it.
No, I think she wanted to straight up marry him. I believe.
I just simply can't imagine.
There's what is it? There's a slipper for every foot. Or there you go. I don't know there.
I just finished the Diddy documentaries, the docu-series, and learning about his relationship with Cassie.
Yeah, that was wild.
Do you know who Katie Holmes is?
So I don't know her personally.
Yeah, I was at you, but you don't ruin my. I'm gonna pretend you do know her personally. Do you not know who Katie Holmes is? Joey Potter, Dawson's Creek. They went to the same high school.
That's not true.
Oh fuck!
I always say though,
I've really got this story.
same time, she went to a Catholic school, private school. She's also probably, I'm guessing.
A little taller. You're tall.
No, but she's tall. She's probably 3 years older than me, guessing-ish.
And she was married to Tom Cruise?
Yep. I always say,
They have a daughter together.
Surrey, I went to a movie with Kate Holmes. Now, we didn't go as a date. This is a true story. This was probably whenever the movie...
So hey, wash your hand.
Whenever the movie...
Or wash my hand.
So, whenever the movie The Patriot came out... No, it wasn't.
That there's two. It did not need. Everybody didn't need to die. They like overdulled the son. It's just it was stupid. Kill one of the sons and let him revenge it. It was too much.
Aim small, miss small.
Yep. So we go to the movie.
They run your family down. Like it was just too much.
Yeah.
You didn't need the guy was a big enough asshole, bad guy. You didn't need him to kill everybody.
You didn't need them to kill two sons.
Yeah.
Probably one son.
Right, one son, and if he was gonna kill anybody, kill that fucking Mel Gibson. Go ahead, sorry.
So we go to that movie.
Boy.
We go to the movie with high school friends. So it's probably whatever. 99, 2000, 2001, whatever it was. And then as we're leaving, we walk up. And so Katie Holmes and Chris Klein, remember Chris Klein was Nas, the jock from American Pie. They were dating at the time.
Casanova.
Yep, whenever that year was. So they had to kind of wait until the movie had started, slip there, they're in the back.
Right, trying to make it quiet.
And as we're passing him, though, I'm like, oh, that's Katie Holmes. That's Chris Klein. So, of course, I'm an idiot back then. So, like, we're all hanging around the parking lot, and they go to their car, and, like, I went up and got their autograph, which is so dumb. I was probably, 17. And they were nice. No, but it's like, I think about it now, you know, they just don't want to be bothered. They're in Toledo, Ohio, right? They're watching a movie. They were nice.
I dock you a couple points for getting his autograph.
Well, okay, but so she was driving. He was in the passenger side. So I'm like, but also,
He seems like a tool.
if I go up to him though, and like, hey, can I have your girlfriend's autograph, but not you? And he's also famous, so you gotta get both of them. I think it's disrespectful to get just one.
Well, yeah, I would have been straight by firing.
Yeah.
I would have just been firing.
You did go.
I feel like
I have
Such a shit talker.
memory.
Pussy, and I-
Did you go on a date with someone that would be considered slightly famous?
So yes, and it's not. I'm trying to look up the year that the Patriot came out. So basically, I did know the Katie Holmes thing. Never met her. Again, just saw her at a movie. Didn't even have friends. I mean, I had a bunch of friends that went to that high school.
Okay.
But again, we can look this up.
I mean, how big's Toledo?
Toledo's actually a pretty.
How many high schools are there?
Oh, there's a lot.
There you go again.
There's a lot. I bet you Katie Holmes is 3 years older, if I had to guess.
You haven't seen her work in The Gift? That's where she did show her breasts.
I remember that now. See, that's where Mr. Skin helps. But no, so I did date. She goes by Adrian Pulicki. So back is her real name is Annie Pulicki, and her older brother was my older brother's best friend, and he actually randomly is a comic book artist. My brother and him were big in the comic books, and then Annie Pulicki. I think she got famous off. She was on that show. What's the Superman show back in the day?
Smallville.
She had a small role in that. I think where she blew up was she was on
Oh,
that show.
sorry.
Not in weight.
Right.
No, I thought you meant she just exploded.
No.
It was show. I was like,
She was on that show with Seth MacFarlane where there was like a Star Trek type show. You know what I'm talking about? It was a network. It was basically a show where it was kind of like Star Wars or Star Trek. And it was on, I want to say Fox for several years. So she was kind of like the main female role.
What's her celeb name?
Her name, she was like Adrian Pulicki.
She went to your high school.
Yeah, she went to like grade school and high school. Yeah. So we dated when I was in like whatever, probably a junior, I want to say, maybe a senior.
No,
I think she was 1 year below me.
She does have a sexy underwear scene in Women in Trouble in 2009's Women in Trouble.
Elaine, I'm so sorry.
What was your high school?
Whitmer.
If we went to Whitmer High School's Wikipedia page, are you a notable enough alum?
I wouldn't think so. She would be. I don't think I would be.
She's
So-
hot, bro. Well done.
Very nice gal. Yeah, she was like, again, she was 1 year below me. Went to the same elementary school, Monac Elementary.
There's a Friday Night Lights.
That's what it was. Yeah. So she blew up, again, just in terms of
right,
society.
right. She's in
I
tech.
knew I missed something. She was on the show Friday Night Lights,
Yeah, with Minka.
which was, I never watched it, but apparently that was super popular. So she was a pretty big role of that. And then I want to say in the last 5 to 10 years, what's the show about space travel with Seth MacFarlane? Is it called it's called The Something. But she was the main,
Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Sexy
she's
Underwear,
big into like comic book stuff.
Women in Trouble. This is just her Sexy and Underwear, that's her skin page.
All the time. All the time.
But Toledo's, here it is. It says, if only the former Homecoming. Have you read this?
No.
When Adrian Palicki first moved to Los Angeles, she worked as a sandwich maker at Togo's. If only the former homecoming queen at Toledo, Ohio's Whitmer High School.
Whitmer High would let us put a pickle between her buns. She, unfortunately, the former Friday Night Live star has been quite
What the fuck are you
Skingy.
reading?
her Mr. Skin diet.
Can you stop then?
I'm reading it for Charlie. I need to finish.
No, I'm
It's-
also hearing it.
It's
So she did do nudity?
no goodie. Just some sexy scenes.
What is the show called? With Seth MacFarlane.
I'd have to look up her actual filmography for that. So
Filmography?
Seth MacFarlane, the guy that the Family Guy.
yeah, now
We had a spaceship.
if you look up an actor or actress and they have a filmography, it's a list of everything they've appeared in.
Film. The Orville. So the Orville.
You did goody.
Look at this. So if you look up the Orville, and I'm seeing what, maybe 3 seasons? She's listed second after Seth MacFarlane. Oh, well, so she was the main female. I think they were maybe, husband, wife in the show. 3 seasons, 36 episodes. I believe it was on Fox. Yeah, it was on Fox.
He's the South Park Ted guy.
Yeah, the creator.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it was 3 seasons, 2 on Fox, it looks like, maybe, and 1 on Hulu.
so you went on one date.
No, we dated. We were boyfriend, girlfriend for, I want to say it was my senior year, I think. She was 1 year below me. Maybe I was a
How long
junior.
are you guys together?
That's my question.
Who ended it?
Oh my god.
I think I did, actually. But I was also back then, all I cared about was baseball. You know what I'm saying? That's all I cared about.
There's room.
I knew guys like
There is. But I mean, like, in high school, I never had a girlfriend over, like, probably 3-4 months.
Oh,
You know?
I know.
But some people date a girl for their whole high school year.
Years, and it's like, for what? There's so much going on in high school.
I feel like most high school years I would have like 2 girlfriends,
How can you go off?
No, I'm saying like, no, the
That.
first semester you'd have a girlfriend. I was like 27 for a couple months, and then the second semester you'd have a different girlfriend for a couple months.
I mean, I want to ask the obvious questions, but I don't know if they're appropriate. But you have questions.
No, I want to know yours.
I mean, is this a locker room or not? I mean, did you guys make out?
Oh yeah, we were boyfriend girlfriend for a good, like I said, probably a couple months.
Is that okay? So, yeah.
We don't need to talk about what high schoolers were doing.
I mean, it's just a friend of mine. I was curious. That's awesome.
Just guys talking, locker room talk.
Right.
But you know what? She's a very good girl.
Still
And-
friends?
No, but not like because
Sure.
not for any
Right.
reasons, because she's probably living in Hollywood, I'm guessing. I living in St. Louis. We're not in the same school year, so we wouldn't like. I went to the 25th reunion last year,
Okay.
so that would not be her same school year. I remember too. I think I could be wrong on this. I think she was dating for a while the dude who was the pirate
From
on
Dodgeball.
Dodgeball.
Yeah, you said that.
I think, and then I think
Feed the pirate.
I think maybe she also dated a what do you call it, a stunt guy? I don't know. I'm sure it's on Wikipedia. Like, she's great, but I hadn't talked to her since. I mean, I left in 2000. I don't think I've talked to her since 2000. So yeah. But again, she was out in LA doing her thing. That's a pretty damn good career to be on Friday Night Live.
Yeah, man.
And a network show.
Criminal Minds. There's a bunch of.
I think she's had a lot of. I don't even know if she's still an actress now.
Was
I don't know.
theater girl?
Yes, she was in the plays back in the day. Yeah.
And moved to L.A. Worked at Togo's, the sandwich shop.
There you go.
Do something while you're
Yeah, chasing your dream, man.
Some of us are baristas. When did you meet her wife?
connoisseur.
I met my wife at Double D's karaoke.
Nice. Brentwood's finest.
Yeah. So this would have been, I love Double D's. There was a period where, because I lived in Brentwood Forest, there was a period where I probably only went to Obie Clark's and Double D's.
gonna say.
And that triangle of the pool, I had to work weekends, but like, there were people like the whole weekend was Brentwood Forest Pool. You go get dinner at Obie Clark's, and you'd end up at Double D's. And I think, I always laugh, like my girlfriend before my wife, I also met her at Double D's. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just bullshit. But I mean, I think I moved to Brentwood Forest in maybe 2012. But I probably started hanging out at Double D's in, I don't know, maybe 10. But I feel like I went there, like I knew everybody. I knew the owners. Like we were 100%.
That's a-
regulars at Double D's. So yes, I met my wife at Double D's. Did you ever been to 13?
Double D's has been closed for how long?
I think it was a COVID deal.
Did you ever go to Double D's? I mean, it's right where the Coalition Refreshed was, on Burnwood, across the street from, what is it, Whole Foods?
Yeah, Nordstrom racks.
The Nordstrom Rack.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
So you met her there. How long? You said you recently had an anniversary. How many years?
So that was our 9-year anniversary. But we met in 13.
Okay. Cool.
So married 9 years,
Wow.
known each other for, I guess that, yeah. I probably waited 1 year too long to propose, she says, for sure. So yeah, I think we were together for, what's the math there? So we were together 13 to 16. Is that all right?
Did she like know did she know who you are when you hit on her? Like you're a media superstar?
She did not know that I was on TV. Oh, we both caught each other's eye.
Oh.
You know, famous story, and she'll be fine with me saying this. I was kind of there with another gal. Now, she was also there with friends where I think there was a dude that, you know, kind of like a casual thing. It was also, I remember it was a huge snowstorm. So this was probably like January or February of 13. So I go there with my buddy, Austin Velker, who actually used to be the board op on Morning After back when I first got here.
What was his name?
Austin Velker.
I understand that, but did he?
Oh,
I think he just went by his name.
he was like the hunter, you know. We'd always bring in beef jerky and venison and stuff. Good dude.
Did he get sexually harassed?
I don't.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, he's a Jeffco guy, if I'm not mistaken.
He's in Illinois. I should know this.
It's a rite of passage working for that show that you get men wanting to sexually harass.
What's the...
Is he water on the
Waterloo. He's Waterloo.
There's a lot of Velkers out there.
Yeah. He's got a couple brothers. Anyway, I was there with him. He and I lived together for a minute in Broward Forest. And so at the time, again, my wife won't care because she knows it. We've told the story. But I had like a casual gal who ended up meeting me there. But I was there with my buddy. So it wasn't my girlfriend.
Sure.
You know, it was more
Not having to
casual.
explain yourself to me.
But it was more of a casual at the time gal.
Okay.
But it wasn't super serious. So then I saw my now wife and kind of the rest
So
of
let your girlfriend get in the way of finding your wife.
But she wasn't my girlfriend, but I did like when she went to the bathroom, I kind of went and started the dialogue. I was very honest.
With who?
My now wife.
Oh, what about your not girlfriend?
Well, I think maybe we hung out one or two more times because at the end of that night, my wife, you know, didn't like the fact that I was there with another girl.
Crazy.
But again, I really wasn't. It was more like it was snowstorm.
He's sticking.
I'm there with my buddy, and you know, she calls up and like, "Hey, we're at Double D's. Come on over." It was that type of thing.
So you got married in 17?
I got married in 17. So that means we were together. Yeah, so we were together for what, 3 years before I proposed. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
I probably should have done that for 2 years. That's what
Hell no. Oh.
she said. I waited 1 year too long.
Did you live together before you got married?
We lived together.
Tom Pondell's pearls of wisdom.
The answer is yes.
Like later for 6 months before you marry her.
I think we lived together. We for sure lived together. I think even before we were engaged. Because I think, like, basically she had a house. I had Redwood Forest. We were going to get engaged. Like, it was just a matter of time. So for a minute there, she sells her house. She moves in with me, Brentwood Forest, for about probably a year. And then we started looking for houses. I think, yeah, we bought our house in the summer of 12 and wait, does that make sense? No, we bought our house in the summer of 16, got married in the spring of 17.
And
Wow.
We were engaged. So, like, we were engaged when we bought the house.
is she local St. Louis?
She is.
Okay.
De Pere, St. Joe's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Fancy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not that fancy.
Well, you know, that's what they say. They gotta ask where you went to high school in St. Louis so they can judge you.
That's what I'm saying. I don't play that game.
What year did you get to St. Louis?
08. 2008.
April, I already was fucking on one in 2008, boys.
It
Who
was,
thought was the housing market?
yeah. It was the final day of the NFL draft. That's how I would remember. It was David Babora, Mr. Irrelevant, was drafted the day I got here. It was the Chris Long draft.
Okay.
So it would have been Scott Linehan's last year.
So-
Fired.
Are you you said St. Louis sports? Are you can't say Indians anymore? Is that your team?
They are now, but they never were.
Really? So who are your teams in beside the Buckeyes?
So randomly, when I was a kid, I loved the Oakland A's, just because of Racin. Oh, I would have come away today, dude. Like you with Kenseth, you showing me all your little autographs, dude. I have every Canseco card. Like I had binders of any magazine he was on. I was just obsessed.
Did you ever interview him?
No, interviewed McGuire out.
Make it happen, man. It can't be that hard.
Well, here's the thing. With when Canseco was doing his book tour with Juiced,
I feel like he was just an olive and oak, actually.
Jose Canseco.
Yeah,
really.
Like he might have been there for the SLU baseball party.
I'll have to ask Martin. I think Jose was at.
It wasn't Ozzy his brother.
Yo,
His twin brother.
nobody would text me if Ozzy Canseco was.
But they look exactly alike.
Yeah, but I think this was actually. I'm pretty sure he was at Olive.
Why would he be there?
I don't know. A paid appearance.
Yeah, keep grilling him, Charlie.
Well, no.
Why would he be there?
Who'd he
Are you
with?
sure? It's his twin. Are you? Yeah, let's.
Jesus. But I think
Different when I do.
I think when Canseco did the book, and I was filling in the morning after, so this is whatever, 15 years ago. I think Jose Canseco was saying like, you got to pay me to do an interview. I believe that as like
Jose, yeah.
I don't think he was doing free interviews.
I wonder if he's come down from that stance. Now, especially you got 75 million views on fucking YouTube, man.
If he wants to come talk NASCAR, yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him. He was a machine in RBI baseball.
Oh, dude.
You remember that? I mean,
Oh yeah.
crush it. Well before you.
What I'd put it in Askin.
Jose Canseco was the big steroids muscle guy. He was like the good
How do you
looking
be
dude.
in a car like that?
I don't know. The famous Bash Brothers poster with the Blues Brothers suits. I had it all.
That's awesome. He was my Kenseth. He was your Kenseth. I get it. Say no more. I want that for you. I want you to be able to interview Jose Canseco, and I don't
even care anymore.
Well,
I mean, it'd be kind of like my mom would appreciate, you know.
But it's for like your inner child.
No, it would. I think I never even seen the dude, which is being around sports and baseball ballparks as much as I've been. I'm surprised I've never run into Jose Canseco.
And he got blackballed a little bit, right?
A lot.
Which is probably the reason, because otherwise,
Black
And he was, let's be real, whether you like him or not, he basically just told the truth. I mean, he ratted a lot of people out, but I don't think he said anything that was false.
they would have gotten right. They would sue his ass off.
Yeah.
did you know that Charlie did a show with Cam, your buddy? The other day
He just texted me yesterday.
about Greg Biffle.
You know, he goes, dude, our Greg Biffle story's crazy.
Yeah, I got that text this
Well, I
morning.
don't want to get back into NASCAR, but that's crazy. That's a story beyond NASCAR.
But is there legs to it?
Yes. You want the 1 minute version?
Yeah.
It's sad as fuck.
Horrible. I'm a bit.
Oh wait, no.
I didn't miss
Sad as
Town
fuck.
Jackson part.
Don't want to be and Matt we're great friends.
Yeah. Okay, so long story short, Greg Biffle, really good NASCAR driver, borderline Hall of Famer, probably will be now because he's passed away. So humanitarian, flew all these helicopter missions for that Hurricane Helene in North Carolina a couple years ago. Saved some lives. Saved lives. So he dies in a helicopter. That was a plane.
Yeah, plane crash.
He dies in a plane crash.
With his wife and children.
Wife and children and 2 pilots. This was like last fall.
I don't know if it was right before the 500. I mean,
Yeah, it was
pretty. I think it was a 26 plane crash.
Yeah, okay. It was not long ago whatsoever. He dies in a plane crash.
We were texting about it. Yeah, and I was fucking gutted me. I was getting on a plane as it happened. That's right. You told me that you guys were heading to Huntington.
At Long Beach. And because Greg Biffle and Matt were teammates forever for Jack Roush, the Biff, they were buddies. And I was a diehard NASCAR fan during my alcoholic days, without a doubt. The Daytona 500 was bigger than the Super Bowl. It was nuts, and so I was a big. When you hear somebody dies, it reminded me when Brian Clausen died on the dirt track in Kansas. It fucking you grieve it. Like it hits if you're a big fan. So, I'm a big old fan.
A big old fan. Remember that? I know that guy.
Is he still texting?
He's down there in Oklahoma. Good you got.
Jack. Do you?
Okay, so wait.
Yeah.
Let me just. So, the new part of the story, and basically, so after he died, like I believe it was the next day, correct me if I'm wrong. Next day, his house is robbed. And they got this woman, because, she's got like a hat on and whatnot, but somebody goes through his house, steals a bunch of money, steals guns, steals valuables, NASCAR memorabilia, blah, blah, blah. The most recent development in the story this week is that they think that it was his former co-pilot that also flew these rescue missions in North Carolina for this hurricane relief, and the wife basically, like, allegedly changed a bunch of bank accounts. Like, the second the dude died, like the next day or that night, changing all these bank accounts, trying to draw on these accounts, changing passwords on Venmo, trying to get money from Venmo. And the latest is that I think there's court documents that it's alleged to be this friend and the friend's wife, and the husband, his truck was parked nearby the day that it was robbed, that his house was robbed. So, like, just a horrible, obviously him dying with his family is horrible, but then also, like, supposedly his friend and his friend's wife are trying to steal all his money the second he dies.
Are they trying to connect this to the plane crash?
Well,
is that where shit's getting?
Yes, people, of course, on the internet are now wondering if the plane crash was on purpose to steal this dude's money. I don't think that's the case.
I mean,
I think it's cartel.
Yeah, the cartel has problems taking out kids sometimes. If you don't, I don't know, you just hate it here.
But yes, the internet is now wondering if there's a connection between the plane crash.
That's where somebody said there's a conspiracy theory, because that's a giant leap.
Sure.
So I can see that. That's wild though. That sounds like an investigation's been going on.
Oh no, I'm pretty sure that the friend and the wife I don't know if they've been indicted or arrested, but
He's gone. Yeah, that's one.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, to any of my friends who are listening, don't kill me because I don't have shit to steal.
Not yet. We're gonna get you some money.
When this
Tell
thing,
them that.
when this thing blows up, again in a good way, when this podcast
For-
blows up,
Blowing up.
you guys
Keep
will all
it
be
down.
swimming in it.
Please don't kill me.
What's been the biggest story in NASCAR since you've been in the racing world?
Okay, so this would have been, I'm like 4.5 years in. I started in,
What's that? It? I know what it is.
I'm saying 2022 was the first season that I basically, we did NASCAR content full time. So that's 2, 3, 4,
Watch some porn for me. I love it.
so 4.5 years. The biggest story was probably the lawsuit.
Yeah. I was gonna say something. I was gonna say this Biff shit is probably up there.
Yeah, because
That lawsuit was a big
yeah,
deal.
the Biffle stuff transcends NASCAR because it's such a horrible. When you see the family, young kids,
Beautiful fan.
his second wife, I started thinking, getting back to conspiracy stuff, which isn't fair. But like a lot of people thought it was the first wife.
Well,
But here's the
my
thing.
friend. Oh,
Well, the first wife, one of the children was her kid. So, like, when I say the first wife, people were wondering if the first wife was the one that stole the money, which is not the case, again. But the internet goes crazy with all these conspiracy theories. But, KG, to answer your question, so last year there was a trial. It was basically Michael Jordan, Denny Hamlin. They owned 2311 Racing. They sued NASCAR essentially for like a labor, it was kind of the first labor dispute. Big. It wasn't a strike. It wasn't a lockout, but could it potentially have gotten there? But they essentially won. There was a settlement, but the teams won. And it was the first time that really NASCAR took a big hit. NASCAR has always been like,
Untouchable.
untouchable. They're the sheriff, family business. Don't screw with them. But the teams won.
Maybe a dumb question. Is them like a NASCAR driver? Are they unionized? Like there's a players union?
They're not. And so this was about money. It was about the drivers and the teams getting a bigger piece of the economic pie.
I mean, there's
And
one
it-
family that owned most of the race tracks that the races are on. They owned, what is it, ISC? They owned, which is International Speedway Corporation, France family. And you want to talk about appropriate headline of slaying a dragon may apply there, not quite Cronky
500 mil or 7 mil, 700 mil.
You're a fan of both. What's bigger in this country, WWE or NASCAR?
Ooh. I would think WWE. Yeah, Venn diagram is it's a longer layout there.
Here's a good way to look at it. I'll look this up while you.
I would say WWE is probably bigger, just because of kids and
Oh, I was gonna say the same thing.
kids love NASCAR. Not like they used to though. I mean, they like to go camping and it's changed quite a bit. You know, back in the day, they used to say, if you would have gone to the Daytona 500 or an Aaron's 499 in Talladega, and you got on the microphone in front of 250,000 fans and said that Osama bin Laden killed Dale Earnhardt. This is before bin Laden had gotten found killed. There would have been 500,000 Ranger bass boats crossing the Atlantic, and they would have hunted him down pretty quickly. Like, that was the saying, the joke, because when Dale Earnhardt died, he was larger than life.
The sport died a little bit.
I'll never forget where I was, February 18th,
What year is this?
2001.
I remember where I was, and I wasn't even a NASCAR fan.
You were just 1 day and 4 years old. Do the math for you.
4 years old.
1 year old. She's a 2000, Charlie.
Really?
Yes.
Good for you. Thank you.
You're so mature. Congratulations.
Thank you. Being born. This is one of the hardest things I've ever done.
So if that was, but I mean, those are some big stories. Now, NASCAR, where I think has gone wrong, is manufacturing drama.
100%.
Like with some of the altercations.
No. So they want a playoff system. They want these green, white, checkered finishes. They just have taken decades and decades of sport tradition and tried to create a playoff system to compete with NFL ratings so people will glue in. Because Matt Kenseth clinched the championship in 2003 at Phoenix, the race before Homestead, because he had the points lead big enough. It was over before the last race of the year. Somebody had a big enough gap. They said that people wouldn't watch. Well, same amount of people were watching. They're NASCAR fans. They want to go camping and they want to go watch a NASCAR race. So then they created different types of playoff systems to keep bunching the field and make manufacture. And then, there's arguments about phantom yellows. As you know what phantom yellow is.
I'm like thinking about
Carl Edwards. And he quit the fucking sport because of it. So, yeah, they've done a lot. I also think there's a lot of race car drivers. The most talented race car drivers do not ascend to the cup rankings because of money and nepotism. Exhibit A and D are the granddaughters, is what I call them, Austin and Ty Dillon, with no business driving in a cup series. But because their granddaddy's Richard Childress, Austin and Ty's Richard's granddaughters. Sorry.
You know what's funny though?
I know where he'll take.
I know we're trying to get away from NASCAR, but then also Austin Dillon has essentially, won. Is it Richmond? Last couple years, I know there was the one that they basically took away.
Yeah.
The playoff eligibility.
Another tinkle break?
Oh my God.
It's all good, but I think it does show though that if you have the right setup, you can win. I mean, Austin Dillon also didn't win. I think he won
A 500.
I think you in a truck though, Anna O'Reilly. Again, he's in
Ghost Series, yeah.
Don't even right.
Yeah. I think he's got a brickyard too. I think.
But you asked the question earlier, and I knew it was WWE, but I wanted the data because I'm a YouTube guy. I do think this is interesting.
Yeah.
Because I'm always like in YouTube, thinking about different niches of YouTube to try to maybe start something new. And so NASCAR, I didn't look, but I'm pretty sure NASCAR's subscribers on YouTube, like NASCAR, the sanctioning body, I think it's 1.3 million. Maybe it's 1.6. I haven't looked in a while. But last time I looked, it was 1.3. WWE is 113 million. So that right there, I mean, we're close to 100 times. Or that's whatever the number is, 80 times.
Do many of these drivers,
We call that. Go ahead.
do they do, I'm sure there's some big personalities, but are there guys that are good at building their brand and marketing themselves. Like Minwoo Lee in golf is like big on
Looking on TikTok, yeah. Maybe we'll talk about Minwoo.
Do these guys market themselves?
Yes, and their teams do. That's another criticism of the sport is that the guys have become robotic because some of the sponsors don't want them to be controversial. But like NASCAR is really going through this whole revival the last year or so. They screwed up on a lot of things, but they're trying to get back to the good old days. And they're letting, guys cuss more, fight more. Like, that's what the fans want. They don't want these sanitized dudes who are all clean cut.
God bless William Byron.
God bless him, but every time he wins, it's a boring finish and nobody makes money. Like in the content world. Like, we want fights, we want drama.
There's Brian Newman's. There's nice. When I say smoke, Tony Stewart's. Kyle's at the tail end.
Kyle Busch.
Yeah, of his career. Kurt used to be a fucking banty rooster, is that rather?
And Kyle also is not in good equipment, so he's not running well. So, like, the funny thing is, besides Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch is still probably the second most interesting guy in NASCAR. And last time I looked,
Is he even the top 20?
he was like 27th.
Right.
Because he's in Richard Childress, just bad. He's in a bad car.
Nobody talk about. Ty Gibbs has had issues online, and some of the shit that comes out of his mouth is he can be hated. But back in the day, man, there were personalities and characters from first to 30th, and guys, that would kid the Kevin Harvicks of the world, even the Sterling Marlins of the world. I mean, guys that people would get behind, and they would deck themselves out in their hats and their shirts, their coolers, their koozies, and you get a little bit of that. But I mean, you still, there's more people still wearing Earnhardt Jr. shit than anybody, for sure. And Earnhardt Jr.'s been done for 10 years.
The only NASCAR name I think I know.
Do you think he's hot?
I've never seen him.
Oh.
Well, she probably just knows the name, though.
If you have
Senior and junior.
Earnhardt Jr., it's where he said the craziest thing ever said to him was when they really wanted him. They said, "She calls me Dale." He's one of the craziest things ever said. I mean, but this guy was like right there. He's like, "Hey Dale, why I ever call you Dale?"
I could see that.
That's why he actually calls me Tim. NASCAR drivers are the athletes.
Oh, that's a big deal.
Oh, that's a hot button right now.
Big topic. I think they are. Denny Hamlin, who I think is the greatest thing for NASCAR. He said it well. He said, "Are NASCAR drivers athletes? Yes. But are we athletic?" I think he said no. So it's like, are they athletes? Yes. But are they athletic? No. It's just a different type of
You jump high.
athleticism.
Well, my next question was going to be, what are these guys, what's physical training look like for a NASCAR driver? I would think
Cardio.
A lot of cardio. But a lot of whack biking.
I could see it needing a strong neck, like could be out like,
Because you got to hold that helmet up.
and there's probably like G forces or some shit.
You're dehydrated, G-forcing the for sure.
It was Silo.
Real Pete's Doom fan. That's what I like. Sometimes he's funny as.
Do you know what you wanted to hear? One of the coolest things that Charlie's ever done on the radio is when you had a White Castle's cheeseburger eating contest with one of the little hotties from the girls' store contest. Who won?
I think I won, but I think I only got about 14.
How many do you
That's at
think?
7 in the morning.
It was early.
I think a crepe case is 20, right?
30 is a 30.
It's a 30 pack, baby.
I think we were going for 20. I think I got about 14.
It's our heart.
I always tell the story of like driving home after that and passing gas, and I wanted to like kill myself.
Sure.
Like I hotboxed myself in my Jeep at the time, and I started to smell, and I just wanted to like drive into a river. That's all that it was. And this is at 7 a.m.
Now you drunk.
7 a.m.
Yeah, when you can.
Yeah, totally sober by it. On the radio.
And she put down a few, huh?
She was close. I think there was 3 people doing it. Maybe 2. I can't remember.
The non-gay, maybe.
Sounds right. Maybe I didn't win. I don't remember. I don't think anybody got 20. I think I got about 14.
I just remember it being a contest, like because it started because you made a comment that you could put down 20 or something, standing under your head, and
I think I could have again.
somebody hexed in and challenged you too.
Yeah, but I think if I was drinking at night, I probably could.
Different story, completely
Yes.
different story.
Totally sober, and we're doing the radio show while we're eating them. Trying to do it in commercial breaks. I think it's on. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube.
Did it make the skeleton? I haven't heard that seg. What's the skeleton? The best of?
On my HD2 station, just the segments that play when we're not.
You've got some good. So I still play some good clips.
So does I get a lot of listens? The skeleton views? No, the HD2 signal or the station. Like, do a lot of people listen to them? I mean, can you measure it?
I don't know the answer to that really. That's the only show I've ever heard of being on. I mean, like Casey has one for music where they do like deep cuts.
Gotcha.
But I've never heard of that.
Is that a Lauren situation?
How to learn MSC.
Lauren's been on.
Nice.
Iggy's a big fan.
How many episodes of this show have there been?
This is 16.
So it just started this year.
Yeah, this is our fuck around show.
I wasn't, because you asked me about what? About a month ago ish.
Tech season got you.
Well, you know how it is. I had like 10 days left to finish the tax stuff. And like every minute that I wasn't doing work stuff, I was trying.
That's different reason. You're doing it yourself. Is this
Okay, but I'm not doing it. But like we have, so we have rental properties.
Yeah.
We have 3 different property managers, now 2, but you have to itemize each one, all the expenses. We have the short-term rental we just bought, and then we also sold 3 last year. And then all of the content stuff is all 1099. So like which is good and bad, but like, Google, Spotify, Facebook.
Is your wife involved in the? She's got a career, right?
She does, but technically the LLCs for the rentals are her and I.
Okay. So when you say we, it's you guys.
Yeah, I mean, she's great. She just was like one of the top 100 women to watch. I
Posted something under 40
for the financial advisor.
I don't think I've ever had the pleasure of meeting her.
She sounds amazing.
She's great.
I've heard you. I mean, great. And a couple times you guys have been up at the restaurant, but I don't know if I've ever really.
I don't think we have. No, we gotta meet up soon. Yeah. So again, like I do all the rental stuff, just because.
I did see you in Bordeaux's parking lot with Roses one time, and we didn't know each other, but I knew you, and I think I was like, "It ain't gonna work," and you're like, "I'm gonna try," or something.
Was it closer to Deerburgs? Was it recently?
No, this
was way long ago. Okay. Because we live closer to Deerburgs. So, but I guess back in the day, I probably would have went to.
It was. I think it was the Brentwood Schnucks.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, or because you're in Glendale now, I think Martin was giving your address. I don't know.
probably today he was.
Yeah, I think so. Actually, there was a war. Is Glendale?
I posted the clip on Instagram already.
Oh, what is it?
Martin giving out your address on the air.
Well, it's hard to get to my house right now because there's construction on Berry Road for I think a year.
Yeah, it's like Highway 40.
Yeah.
They're fixing nothing.
So your YouTube, you mean you were kind enough to sit down and have some coffee? We talk. You were giving
A couple times now.
us some YouTube advice in how it's been a real successful platform for you, and where you were doing all sports, where you've honed in on NASCAR because really for a career, to lack of better terms. And that's all you're doing now. But you said you have a couple channels. Talk about the channels you have on YouTube.
So I think we have. When I say we, I think we've monetized 7 or 8. We have another one. Like I'll have one monetized in a few days. Started with a channel just called Charlie Marlow, and it was my last year of Fox 2, and so I put everything: Cardinals, Blues, Mizzou, SLU, whatever. Took like 6-7 months to get monetized, and then I was leaving Fox 2. Started in radio full time, 590, and I also with Cam, and we'll get to Cam, and basically. As part of my kind of agreement there, I was like, because I didn't have a YouTube, I was like, well, let me take all the segments audio, and I'll just put a cover, whether it was ours, Frank's, Bernie's, I put a bunch of stuff there. So that thing grew, and so whatever. I think I started mine in February of 21. December of 21, I remember, because I'm like, it started to do well. And it was right after the Rams lawsuit. It really blew up with the Rams lawsuit. That became a national, international story. And we had a lot of interviews from 590, whether it was, again, us talking about it, Bernie, Frank, whoever. So that stuff blew up. I'm thinking, hey, like, let's have some more channels because YouTube is all about your niche. Like, it helps to have multiple channels instead of try to stay on one channel and talk about everything. Like, you just got to find different audiences. So I remember like I started one with Cam, and I started one with Kenny Wallace. I saw on Twitter somebody goes to Kenny Wallace. They go, dude, you need to start a YouTube on the X. And he goes, I don't know how to do it. Kenny was already putting videos out on Facebook and X. Starting, it became a thing with COVID. He was bored. He literally would just hold his phone, talk for 2-3 minutes, called it Coffee with Kenny. And so I saw him say this.
So this Sunoco Racing
Bro, I think this was before a sponsor, but yeah. So he says on X, he goes, yeah, I know how to do it. So I call him or text him that night. I go, hey, dude, I saw your thing on X. I go, I just started YouTube the last year. I was like, it's actually pretty good. Excuse me. And I said, dude, you already put your videos on X and Facebook. You don't have to do anything different. I'll just grab them, download them, and create a channel for you. He's like, all right, let's do it, whatever. And that was mid-December 21. And I did radio, I think, for another couple of years. Yeah. But it honestly worked out perfectly. Like the second I left TV, radio became a full-time thing. The second radio ended, the station eventually shut down, but I left.
a good management.
Yeah, great. But I left 6 months before that because I kind of saw that coming. But it just happened to be that, like, that's right when the Kenny stuff started to allow me to do it.
Will they edit this out? They being us. Sorry about the lawn.
Oh, it's all good. It happens. I had to do it with Mark Martin. I'm doing a podcast with Mark Martin, my lawn guys. Like, you can't even hear.
Okay, so that's what I think Jeff said. Like, sometimes the train's out there and he's a doer.
We say, what's up, Screech?
Here's what I think that I could be wrong. When we go listen to this, so I'll go back and listen to it 3 hours. Okay. I think you won't be able to hear the lawn care on the broadcast as much as we hear it right now.
Got it.
If I have to guess.
It might be like a faint in the background.
There was sometimes though you're interviewing Schrader. He's got his like racing workshop in the background.
Right.
People changing tires and the pit crew practicing.
We had some audio issues for that year that I produced that particular show. It's still going on, but I don't produce it.
And a buddy of mine, John P., made out with Schrader's wife in the bathroom at Friday's Tavern on the road. Where you've been, where Candace
All right.
is straight.
I'm not going to comment on that. You have told me that story before, oftener.
So if you don't see that random tweet to Wallace recommending that he start one, does none of that happen?
Correct, with Kenny.
Whoa.
And then the Kenny thing just blew up. Like, Cam was already doing his thing with Andy. So, like, I created a blues channel, and I get it, because Cam and his podcast with Andy was already blowing up. So he kind of didn't want to do another thing. I did create a blues channel, which I think now is a political channel, which I haven't even, we did a political podcast for 2024.
Really?
And now I just don't even, like, and maybe we'll do it again in 2028, but I just, like, I don't have time for it. Eric Messersmith, who used to be a radio guy, he lives in LA now. But yeah, so the Kenny channel has just kept growing. We just hit 75 million views on YouTube. We had a deal with Dirty Mo Media, which is Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s company. We still do for the rest of this year. I don't really work with them anymore because, like, producing it was just not super fun for me. But that show still lives on our YouTube, and it lives on their podcast. They're great at podcasts. So, yeah, we added a Mark Martin show, which we're not doing as much. But we've also kind of figured out, like, Kenny's channel just needs to be Kenny.
Yeah.
We tried too much. Like, we tried to add people, me, other people, and it's just like, Kenny's channel needs to be Kenny. We have different channels for other people. I've started my own NASCAR channel. It's just called Charlie Marlow. I'll do my own stuff. Like, people want to go to Kenny's channel for Kenny. And if they want to hear me talk about NASCAR, they can go to my channel.
So, do you worry about not getting, you having to get subscribers for each channel, or does that not bother you?
Well, subscribers, it's kind of a misnomer. Subscribers, there's definitely a correlation between subscribers and views. Having subscribers doesn't get you any money whatsoever. And also, like, if you do a channel based on vertical shorts, like, you could have 100,000 subscribers and not make that much money because the vertical shorts on YouTube don't make hardly anything. So, like, do subscribers matter? 100%. I look at a subscriber as a customer, somebody that's going to watch your videos regularly. But, like, you don't get any money for having a subscriber. You get money based on views.
This is from YouTube directly.
This is from, yes, Google AdSense, which is, Google owns YouTube. And the way to make money on YouTube is long form, horizontal, old school videos.
What we're doing.
What we're doing right here, the longer the better. Because if you do a 3-hour podcast,
Hear that? Dustron?
Well, you want, quality, but also, in theory, you can put an ad on every 3.5 minutes, whatever it is. And an ad will play a skippable, whatever, 5-second ad.
WrestleMania, TKO.
Yeah. But there's different strategies. Like the 8 to 12 minute video is the perfect honey hole for making money also. If you're over 8 minutes, you have mid-roll ads. If you're below 8 minutes, you don't. And also,
Those are my OnlyFans videos.
there you go.
9 to 12.
But if you have an hour-long podcast, your average watch time might be 30 minutes. Okay?
Okay.
But if you have a 9-minute video, there's a pretty good chance that person is going to watch the whole 9 minutes. And your average watch time is going to be much higher. Like, YouTube looks at it as your percentage of video watch. Like if you have a 10-minute video and people are watching 90, that wouldn't happen. But if people are watching 90% of the video, it's like, dude, this is a great video. People are not going away from it. And also what YouTube wants is like any platform, they don't want you to ever leave. So like if they're on your channel, you watch a video, and all of a sudden you watch another video, you go on a binge where you're watching 6 videos from the same channel.
My fucking son all day, every day.
That's how you make the money, is you keep people not just on YouTube, but watching your videos over and over and over.
So putting content on the other platforms like Instagram, every once in a while I only use Snapchat for like nefarious thing. I just started that. So I get alerts. So I'll get a Snapchat like alert, and I'm like, ooh, is this a sneaky link? No, it's a Charlie Marlow video, and I don't even get it. I don't even understand. It's the if I pull up my phone right now, there could be a Charlie Marlow Snapchat.
I don't even understand how Snapchat works. We're not even getting views on it. I was just opened it like 2 months ago.
All those are just vehicles that, in an ideal situation, are driving traffic to the YouTube.
Yes and no. I will say, so like from what I know, and I'm just now getting into this. Here's what surprised me. And I always tell people, like, Facebook is a legit monetization platform. I just got monetized on Facebook maybe 5 months ago. Facebook's really good. Like, it pays good for your reels. Even, there's a lot of boomers on Facebook. People will still watch a horizontal video on Facebook. Older folks will.
Oh, yeah.
Twitter, we're monetized, but Twitter sucks in terms of money.
We're not even on Twitter, really. And I have an account, but all I do is talk to you on it.
Yeah, I think
You like everybody's comments. I appreciate that.
I try to, unless they really rip on me. But I think TikTok, you have to get to like 10,000 subscribers or followers to monetize. I think Instagram is more of a brand deal situation. So, but yes, we're trying to drive people to YouTube, but Facebook is also like a good monetization. Like we make pretty good money on Facebook, and Spotify also, podcast. But we're like, YouTube is by far our best sponsors, and then podcast, and Facebook will probably surpass podcast. Actually, yes, Facebook has already surpassed podcast for like monthly revenue, basically.
Okay,
For
so
clients. For us, yes.
Instagram is a brand deal more so than Facebook, but Facebook bought Instagram.
What I'm saying though is like, for a monetization program where, so like Meta will pay us for content.
Okay.
I don't think that happens on Instagram. I could be wrong.
I thought they owned Instagram.
They do.
They do, but they still operated. You're not getting paid for Instagram.
Maybe some people are.
Oh,
I mean,
recently
buying
I
that.
did Instagram. And so you can have it set up where like the shit you put on Instagram automatically shares to your Facebook.
Right.
Who? So I didn't.
Yes, that's how you did.
Because,
Okay.
and this might not be interesting, but once we were monetized on Facebook, like if I posted something on Instagram, picture, whatever, on Instagram you put the music on it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I put the music. Well, obviously when that goes to Facebook, the music isn't on it. And I was just thinking like, I make $0 off Instagram, and we make decent money on Facebook. So like, I want to make a post or a video that's crafted specifically to Facebook.
Yeah.
Like I want to take my time, write a good title. Because, like Instagram might be more about the music
Right.
that's on it, which you can't even use on Facebook.
Different nuance.
And also, I believe like if your handle is different on Instagram than Facebook, or so, like let's say, Panuf, I want to put boom like your name. Well, it might be different on Facebook.
Yeah.
So like your handle comes up and it's not even something you can click on.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's not interesting, but
No,
it's like It's so boring.
Respectfully, that's the most interesting thing that I have.
That doesn't say a lot about her.
Well, she's just not
No, I know.
I loved listening. I just didn't.
It's all good.
But this, I'm locked in. I understand how.
But like when I make a reel, it's boring. But like I put it on 6 platforms, and I do copy and paste, but like you'll change the handle. You know, we put it on TikTok, Snapchat, which I don't even know, but Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. So like 6. That's kind of annoying to be honest with you.
That's why I have to put it on like the PA account. It's just easier if I upload it on Instagram and it goes right to Facebook.
Yeah.
Because it's two birds, one stone. So, you know, and we're not there yet to where we need to be this strategic. We just need to be online, I'm sure.
Thank you for explaining that.
No problem. And I would say this. Here's my advice. Like, I created that Facebook page, you know, whatever we call it, the business page, or the professional page. I have my personal one. But I created that for Hot Take Central probably 4.5 years ago and didn't really post a lot on it. But then I'm like, okay, I have this Facebook. Let's start posting on it. And same with TikTok. Now, hopefully, could be 3 years from now, maybe 3 or 2 years from now, we're monetized on TikTok. But hopefully that pays off. And it's annoying now.
Right.
But like, man, if I'd have known Facebook that it was this good, I would have been doing it for 15 years.
Right.
And I didn't. But I'm glad that even if it took 2 years of posting for free, now hopefully you have something that will give you a couple bucks every month, in theory, the rest of your life.
Right. That's what I was like. Thanks for saving us the, like, you spent 15 years wishing you had done something differently. And so,
Oh,
for
yeah.
explaining.
I wish I'd have done YouTube when it first started. I'd have been out of TV 10 years early.
Did you not like TV?
No, I mean, I liked it. I feel like I'm doing the same thing now.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm on camera less just because with Kenny's thing just turned into me being more of like behind the scenes guy, just because it's the way it grew. Right. I'm going to get back to more of me doing stuff. And we'll probably hire someone full time to manage Kenny soon.
Okay.
You know, maybe it's in the next year or so, whatever. Just because, and you know, it's great, but like, I'd never necessarily want to spend 40 hours a week editing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad it's successful. But that's also not my passion is editing. So we'll pass that along to somebody else soon here, probably.
Were you shooting your own stuff in your TV days, or did you have a camera guy along with you?
Like half and half. Half and half. I'm really glad I learned all that stuff because, like I always say, just randomly, YouTube is perfect for me. YouTube is perfect for what I know how to do. Like you kind of have to know how to do everything. You have to know how to, shoot, audio, produce, descriptions, titles, thumbnails, like graphics. You kind of have to do all that.
Yeah.
Which I learned, I did all that in TV.
Really? And was your first TV job was in Michigan?
My first was Upper Peninsula. No, so I had a part-time, I was like an intern, shot sports in Peoria for a year. That'd have been like 03, 04. Upper Peninsula, I did news and sports. That'd have been like 04 to 06.
A lot of like junior hockey.
Oh, dude.
Zoo shit.
No, this is Upper Peninsula. So I mean, like, there's, I hate to say, like, there's not a lot of athletes up there. We're covering high school. Well, we had Division I hockey.
Yeah.
We had Northern Michigan hockey. We had Michigan Tech hockey. That was big. We had Division II football. Northern Michigan, Michigan Tech were Division II football. A lot of high school sports. Dude, we're doing like the frickin' UP 200, I think it's called, which is like the Iditarod. Nice. It's a dog sledding race.
Cool.
Yeah. We'd cover hunting up there.
As well, ice fishing.
Yeah, ice fishing tournaments. There would be races on the frozen lakes. They'd race snowmobiles and stuff.
Wait, so are hunters athletes?
I would say no, but like up there, I mean, it's a skill, but up there, opening day of deer season was a holiday.
Sure.
So when you're in sports, like we would literally go to the DNR on opening day and just interview people who've been shooting deer. And it'd always be a story of like,
What's the DNR?
the Department of Natural Resources. So they have to go tag their deer, right?
Yeah.
You have to go tag your deer, do it legally. But like, it'd be a kid.
Did you hunt?
I've hunted birds.
All right.
I've never hunted deer. And I have nothing against it. I think we're going to go this upcoming fall, actually. But no, like, it'd be a kid.
Those animals.
His first beer.
I eat the fuck out of them.
Try to listen
It's all good.
She's so mean.
No, it's not all good, Charlie.
No, I mean, like, believe me, when I'm 22 years old, like, I'm not super excited about covering deer hunting, but this is the job. Then I went to Lansing, got to cover more like Big Ten football, basketball, NASCAR, and then St. Louis.
Oh, we're talking.
So there you go.
Working for Martin Kilcoy.
Working with Martin Gilmore. I don't work for anyone.
Oh,
Nice. I like
Well, you know what? No, I guess technically you do work for people. I don't like to
I
ever
know.
say that I would never say that somebody worked for me.
oh.
I like to say you.
I don't like that either.
I like to say you work with me.
I got that.
Like I don't own you and you don't own me. I guess technically, if it's the person whose name is on the check,
Sure.
technically you work for that person.
I
I love Martin, but he was not writing the check.
yeah, we put the UPS system in that KTVI building.
Is you?
And my buddy Don Knapp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure, dude. He's a great guy. We
Is he still around?
around, or I think he's around, but
Okay.
he's not at KTVI.
Said was like he made.
No. He left the company a couple years ago. Yeah, so I've been out there to that building. I think I might have saw you out there, wrote a note and left it on your desk because that was about TMA. So
Our current building.
yeah, out in Ball Drive or
Yep.
whatever. Yeah, Maryland Heights.
Yep.
Do you? Yeah, I mean, we haven't even. Like I said, I could go all day, but you.
Well, I got to tell you what. I got to pick up my son. I probably have 25 more minutes. If you want to keep going, you could stop, but I have.
As long as you hit the record button when we started, I know you were over there.
Uh-oh.
It's on. She's kidding.
Stop.
You guys, do you think that when we plugged in the thing?
It's on. It's on.
Are you joking?
Guys, no. Guys, no.
Oh. Is she joking?
No, I'm not kidding you guys.
The cameras are recording, so it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
So what's that, the audio?
Yeah, we're live. Oh, okay. I think when this thing popped off, I think it was clean slate.
We'll be all right. We'll be all right.
3 for 4.
It's all good. Charlie's getting. I'm gonna be buying 10 fucking cowboy ribeyes.
Honestly, I feel like normally if these things were happening, I would have cried. I probably would have already been in tears, Charlie, and I haven't even been in loves. And this feels like a win for all of us.
Oh, this show?
Yeah.
Because it's usually more emotional.
No,
it's just-
Oh.
I have big feelings. But that could have potentially been really stressful beforehand.
Sure. We're gonna make sure this works. We're gonna have video content that picks the sound. So,
Hey, it's happened before.
yeah,
I worked in TV for 20 years. I got some stories of that.
I bet.
You know, the one I remember, it's not even that good of a story, except for it was Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker, remember when he was doing the Strike Force fighting? I think it was Strike Force.
Kind
It
of.
wasn't UFC. It was when there was a couple, remember there were a couple series or that were trying to go against UFC?
Yes.
Whatever it was called. It was a fight at Enterprise Center. I could be wrong. I don't even think he ended up fighting. I think the fight never happened. But it was a promotional deal
Okay.
for it. We got our photographer, and the photographer just double clicked. So we do an interview. It wasn't even that long.
Yeah.
It was like whatever, 5 minutes, 8 minutes. Herschel Walker's super nice guy, and also like I think is he schizophrenic, multiple personalities,
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I have
something. Don't quote me. He has some type of
Interesting.
mental.
CTE related or
I don't know,
mental health.
but he was a fighter and whatnot. So, but he was a nice guy. But like, you know, this is an intimidating dude. And you do the interview. We're walking away. My photographer's like, Charlie. He's like, because you know, you go back like just with you look at your phone. It's like instead of seeing 8 minutes, you see 1 second.
You just did that
Because
with me on
because you double clicked. And he goes, dude, I have nothing there. And I was like, all right. So I go back like Herschel. I was like, is there any way you could do it again? He did it. That was fine.
Wow.
So, but I mean, in another situation, that happened. I remember, remember Floyd Irons?
I do.
Floyd Irons, I think it was like one of his first interviews since getting out of prison for all that. Because I didn't know that story.
Bashan guy?
Bashan, same deal. So I don't know that story. This was when I first got here. but I go do an interview with Floyd Irons, and it's like his sit down, coming back from prison story and whatever was going on. Like, I don't know, long interview. And then we leave, and they're like, yeah, we don't have that. And I was like, oh, okay. So go back and work the next day.
We're gonna get through this, and then I have to bribe you to come back out if it's completely fucked up. But
If it's completely off up,
I'll come. If you'll ever talk to me again,
it happened.
I apologize.
It's all good.
The
We can also just, if you have the video, we can just put subtitles up there.
I'm screaming, yeah, we can do a voiceover.
There you go.
And then every time you talk, I'll talk. And then every time you talk, you'll talk. And then it'll be funny.
I mean, I hear myself.
I mean,
They're on them.
right. They're on.
It's all good.
I think we'll be able to figure it out. This is this show is a work in fucking progress, as are all human beings.
Man, Iggy's gonna let us have it on that post-show show.
I'm never gonna be able to live this down. I think he's gonna line into us about it. Yeah, that's a good point.
Well, that makes for fun content, though.
Sure.
But it's good, though. If he can light into us, that means the show's there.
That's true. I like the way you look at it.
You know?
So you have 7 channels. How do we, the people that are listening now, how do we find you? What are your handles?
So basically, on YouTube, we got Kenny Wallace. It's just called Kenny Wallace. That's all him. It's NASCAR. I'm on every once in a while. I put myself on there today. Charlie Marlow now is just me talking about NASCAR. And we have the Mark Martin archive that we work with. I'm still involved with STL Sports Central. I don't do a lot of content on there, but that channel still, going strong with like Bernie, Randy Carey.
Yeah, I didn't realize you were still involved with that.
So basically, I essentially sold them my channel.
Okay.
We kind of leased it. It's like a 4-year agreement, but I think technically now after the first year they own it. But I'm still it's still all through my name, and I created it, so I'm still involved with them. But I don't do really much content because I don't really, like I said, I don't watch Cardinals and Blues and Mizzou, so I don't have anything to say. But you have that STL Sports Central, Cardinals Central Clips is a channel that's just Cardinals content. I work with a skiing channel called Brenda Bugley. I didn't know about that. I'm like a consult. I basically kind of run her channel.
If Charlie Marlow Media.
Charlie, yeah, there's some right now that like I'm always I have one that I'm trying to build up. Like I want to build up a history channel.
Yeah, you're
All
right
right,
about that.
That's probably next. This political one called Everybody Settle Down. I haven't done anything on it in a year, but I want to get back on and just do like some non-sport stuff. So that's all kind of.
Are these just cool? Are you managing these all from like YouTube Studio one email address or 50 different fucking logins?
I'll tell you what. There's another thing that I'll give people advice. So basically, this newest one I just monetized. It's on a different email, which is good, and also I created a new Google AdSense through like an LLC. That's something that YouTube is kind of cracking down on, mostly with like AI slop. What people are doing is they're just creating like 15 channels, and they're just going to 11 labs, doing a voice clone, and just putting out like nonstop AI videos, just nonstop. And so YouTube's trying to crack down on that. And so like I've read, it's really good to separate all of your AdSense, all of your channels, different emails. Because like, let's say you had 7 channels. They're all in the same AdSense. Let's say you either on accident or on purpose violated one of YouTube's terms of service. Well, they could shut down all your channels.
If that email
In
is
theory,
banned, then
if your email or your AdSense gets banned. And like that actually scared me because when I first started this, I didn't know what I was doing. So I have like 5 channels on one AdSense. So in theory, if somebody did something wrong on another channel, YouTube could shut down all my stuff, which is scary. But I didn't know what I was doing when I first started it. So I would say, if you have channels that are making money, for sure, like I would have separate email and separate Google AdSense. And if that means you have to create just an LLC, you can in theory go through a family member, but that could have tax ramifications there if it's not your wife or husband.
We have 3 shows all on the same Panasonon channel. And,
Yeah, that's fine.
The only thing I was thinking is if do we separate one day, but yeah, we're not there yet.
You'll get there.
We're not even monetized. We just hit 500 subscribers.
Yes, shout out to our 500th subscriber, one of my regulars.
so I had to see the person who I promised a foot rub to is a guy getting coffee down on the hill.
Yeah. Name Ron or something.
No, his name's Eric, and you met Eric.
Oh, I did.
We're-
Okay.
Yeah.
So wait, you should be monetized then for memberships, right?
I thought you said 500,000.
I thought it was 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours.
Oh, I thought it could be you. I thought you said 1,000 and 4,000.
The main monetization for all videos is still 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time. I believe you could get a membership and people could like pay you based on live streams called supers. I think that's for 500 subscribers and 3,000 hours. And you have over 3,000 hours.
Oh yeah, yeah, I think so. We're gonna get cool. They got some partnerships in the line to kind of grow this thing. You know, the whole idea is not the monetization on YouTube. And this is why we're doing this, is to get people to go to treatment and to get people to change. And if they are rock bottom disease of addiction or alcoholism, just to surrender and seek help. And the more that it's out there in the world and the algorithms pick it up, the more that people will feel seen, because this community here is a very soft entry for someone that is struggling, where you can meet them where they're at with a podcast, right in this fucking earbud, and they can listen and they can feel a part of the community and connected. We're accessible, reach out, and as we grow, we'll develop some kind of online community, whether it's Discord or not, to keep people connected until they're ready and can defeat that shame and stigma to reach out for help. So that's why we're pushing for. We love doing it, especially when it's recording and the microphones are working and everything else.
All those at the same time.
But we love doing it. We love getting the message out there. You and I have talked a lot about. I'm sure you've had friends that have gotten a little bit over their head.
Sure.
There's 100 million Americans impacted by this disease directly. Which, to your point, when you were talking about WWE versus NASCAR, what a total addressable market is, there's 100 million directly impacted by addiction. And probably more, actually.
That's in the United States of any kind of addiction.
Yeah, alcohol and addiction. And now, the game will always change with with kratom out there is a big fucking problem, and it's legal. There's a lot of people trying to get this shit out of gas stations because it's fucking people up pretty badly. That does not include what I think is going to turn into a problem and an epidemic, is what we talked about at the beginning of the show that was not recording.
It was recording at the very beginning. We probably had like 4 minutes.
Great.
At the beginning before that tape popped off.
But tell Ashley.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, thanks. That gambling is here. It's always been here, and I think there's going to be some problematic. Really, the first shot at Innsbruck, that's
Already is.
yeah.
That's a tough one, because I do like to gamble. I like to play poker. I like to sports gamble. But I certainly see the problem, especially with young men, and the fact that you can go online with credit cards. So it's not even real money. It's one thing back in the day if you had your debit card, you had money in that account.
Sure.
But when you're essentially playing with money you don't have, but then have to pay back, I'm also like big picture. I mean, I kind of look at it the same way as alcohol. Like, I understand, obviously, alcohol can be bad. Gambling can be bad. I still think it should be legal. And I like to drink in moderation. I like to gamble in moderation. But I understand it because
Weird.
so as I'm saying, like, it's point.
You're a normie.
No, but like, I've never had an issue with doing advertisements for alcohol. You know what I'm saying? I mean, alcohol clearly can have horrible outcomes. Gambling can have horrible outcomes. We've had gambling sponsored. I guess technically we probably still do with some of the stuff we do with Dirty Mo Media. We had Kalshi as a sponsor for a while. But for some reason, I think differently about the gambling ads than I do, like, all the time doing radio. We're always doing Bud Light ads.
And they riot your
And Ultra. And it's all good. I mean, but like, somebody could go drink somebody goes to the store and drinks a whole, 4 gallons of vodka, they could die. I never
Charlie, we're recording out of a treatment center.
right. I mean, but I never morally felt like I shouldn't do a beer ad. You know what I'm saying? Whereas I feel a little more of a tug with the gambling for some reason. I don't know why.
That's interesting, though. Appreciate you sharing that. I mean, sounds like it. Yeah, it's.
And I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to have it. I do think it's one of those things, and a lot of people have said this, and I kind of agree, that maybe it just being in Vegas, and maybe it just being kind of the thing that was illegal with your bookie in the streets, was maybe better for everybody than making it so easily accessible. I think there could be something to that, for
Well,
sure.
I think that's with everything, but you can like
Big they make so much money off of the people who are gambling that it's like, of course it'll be better. Everyone does the same thing with like, what? Why are you looking at me?
And I'm listening.
Oh,
I'm engaged.
but I just think like same thing with like they tried prohibition or whatever, but then it was like people are still doing this and we're not making any money off of it.
Yeah.
Siggy's can't advertise Siggy
Oh, yeah.
anymore.
Well, that's also like with the NASCAR stuff. It always comes back to NASCAR. But like as we've been doing radio, so back in the day, you're doing ads for Bud Light or whatever.
I mean, RJR was it was Winston Lights.
Yeah. But then now we start doing ads for cannabis, on radio for our previous show. We did a live remote a couple times at a cannabis shop.
Yeah.
But then you see that in NASCAR, you can no longer call it Winston Cup. You can't take cigarette ads. They got rid of Joe Camel and all that. And all I'm saying, like, I understand that there's negatives to all these things. I think it's just kind of odd how they pick and choose. Like, why can I do ads for beer? Why can I do ads for cannabis? I can do ads now for gambling. I can't do ads for cigarettes. It just, to me, it would seem like it's either one.
Yeah.
right. Why did
It's
it
either
take
none or all.
that long for just cigarettes to not be? Yeah,
And
like
still, they're not advertised.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the cop that's, you got 21-year-olds. You have to be 21 to drink, but 18 to go to Iran. Sure. There's a lot of shit that they say is common sense isn't common.
But it's all based on lobbying too. I mean, I'm sure if the cigarette, like, I feel like it would come back now. I feel like you could get.
I feel like
Red Bull
adders.
adders.
Yeah, my kids smoke a cigarette and fucking vape. I don't want them doing either, but these vapes, I've said it on this show, on all the shows. I've said it at Drug Church. Welcome to come any Wednesday night. You don't have to believe anything to belong.
And it's maple there.
Yeah, so yeah, free pizza. Yeah, it is. Free.
people of being.
Try to parlay that. Free child care. Drop the kids off. They can.
I'll come by one Wednesday night.
Cam just spoke, shared his story. He battled pain till the end week, and Zoe sang.
Oh, nice.
It's true, I did. Sat next to Cam. He told me I had good handwriting. I said, thanks, man.
He's a great dude.
He's awesome.
He is. He's got it. Like for the microphone for this type of work, he's really got a gift. He's a lot like the Kenny Wallace.
Sure.
They have the same energy level almost. Kenny is instant
A
adoration.
force.
Right.
Kenny's a superstar. He's a media.
I love
emotional talent. He really is.
Speed TV.
Speed TV.
You're like, God damn, what is he drinking? But
Of all the radio I've ever done, Cam was my favorite radio partner. Really.
So,
Just for several reasons. And again, no one cares. But like, I always like the show.
besides Tim, of course.
Sure. But I'm saying, like, even that, I was always the fill-in for a long time, And also, like, this is not personal to anybody. I prefer a two-person show.
Okay.
I don't want to do a show by myself. And I don't want to, and like 3 or 4 people show, that is still like, if I'm going to go in there, like, I want to give my opinions. I don't want to be the third person to give my opinion. When everybody else has already talked, so I've always liked a show where it's me and somebody, like, I love the show with Rennie Knott. It didn't last very long for the reason, a lot of the radio shows don't last very long. But like, Cam and I did a show together for probably, I don't know, whatever, 3 years total. Then we kind of changed, whatever. But like, Cam was the hockey guy. I was the baseball guy.
Right.
And we both pretty much talked 50-50. and same age basically, kind of same sense of humor. So that was always working with Cam was my favorite radio kind of style that I've ever done.
I mean, I would listen to that show all day long because I think you both are great playing games here. I think you both are really good. You're a natural at it, and Cam, surprisingly, has done really well in it. It's good. You go. Not every athlete translates.
Sure.
Especially guys that spend a career, get punched in the fucking face and in the head. He's a lot of those guys like boxers are. There's some eggs are screaming.
Oh, yeah.
Cam's got it together pretty good.
Yeah, we may still do something. We've talked about doing like a weekly, maybe like a weekly hour. Maybe it could be on the Pond Off Network.
Don't get me.
No, but like it's a matter of finding time. I'll have more time after this year. We have some NASCAR stuff that I think my obligations will be.
We got knock out that NASCAR show too in Waldo.
Did you ever read his stuff? I've seen it. My thing is like, dude, I have no time
Completely.
to do any production.
No, but did you? It's pretty funny shit.
Yeah, I mean, look, dude, I always tell everybody this. I've talked to 3 gals in the last couple of days that are college students that are going to cover some races for us. And I tell them, like, they send me some stuff.
Speed girls.
No, they're like, just, they want to cover racing. All the young, like the big kids these days, they all do like the TikToks and stuff, which is like totally different though. It's totally different than like.
Trying to get the way TikToking.
Right, but like some of it's like, it can get 100,000 views on TikTok, but I'm like, this won't get that on YouTube.
No.
TikTok's different. It's music. It's like trendy stuff.
It's being eaten.
But I tell them, I go, look, like this is a business. I mean, if you send us stuff and it gets views and it makes money, we'll use it nonstop. Like you'll make money, we'll make money, it'll be great. But if you send me stuff and it doesn't, then we'll stop. We're not going to use it.
Right.
But it's like that's also an opportunity. If it's good, it'll be great, and you'll be my new best friend.
You're
But if we try 5 of your pieces of content and they don't do anything, like we're just gonna move on.
right. Business. That's business, baby.
But it's also like, to me, that's a great opportunity. Like we had a kid who went to a race. Your guy Kyle Busch, he went to the race in Phoenix. He got the sound that was the biggest story of the NASCAR weekend in Phoenix. It was Kyle Busch talking about Cletus McFarland. It got like a combined 3 million views on Facebook. It got
What does that translate to dollar?
so.
If you don't mind, you don't.
Yeah, no. I think his two videos on Facebook. One was vertical, one was horizontal. Neither were long. They were both about like less than 2 minutes. One of them was 20 seconds. I think one of them made 700, one of them made 600, and then on YouTube it made. I think it combined to make like $1,600.
Wow.
That's the same video twice on Facebook and one on.
See what happens if you start showing your feet.
But again, like.
Not my idea.
He also did dinner and made $2, which is fine. But yeah, right. That's the game. The game is like I always say, reference. It's Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders, growing up 1 hour from where I live. Barry Sanders goes like this: -1 yard carry, 1 yard carry, -2 yard carry, 80 yard touchdown. That's who he was because he danced in the backfield. So it wasn't like some running backs are like 5 yards, 4 yards, 5 yards. Barry Sanders was -1, he got 65. YouTube is 50 cents, $1, $1.50, $700.
Whoa.
When you hit a kid. And then you got to go viral.
That's helpful.
Or I mean, it'd be nice if you can get, 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. That could add
Right.
too.
Obviously, it would be nice,
Yep.
but
Now putting my feet on men.
I know. I wouldn't want you or let you.
Shit up a mile on there.
I know you will.
Nowadays, isn't that crazy though? Like when you see, a Shannon Elizabeth doing OnlyFans and making like $1,700. You see that?
I saw that she made a ton in like what, one day?
I thought I saw that she made I'm sorry. Did I say? I thought it was 1.7 million in a week. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I thought it was a ton.
It might be even less time than that. It's ridiculous. What would it be showing?
All of it?
I'm guessing.
For that much money, I'm just wondering, are people, that's a lot.
I think the money is so much for those girls. Unfortunate, like, it's making people loosen their morals. It's like, and I get it. I don't approve it, but like, if you're grinding at the gas station,
Fuck.
if you're grinding at the grocery store as a bank teller, 40 hours for nothing, you're like, If I show this on the internet, I'm gonna make 5 million. Like,
Well, it's teachers.
Yeah.
It's like people who are like they did the thing. They graduated high school. They went to college. They have it. Blah blah blah. All that shit that people want to talk about sex workers. Their people are doing that now, and they don't make enough money at their actual fucking job to pay back their student loans. Yeah, and OnlyFans paid that. Like it's just. It's the same people who were like, you have to go get a 4-year degree or you're gonna flip burgers that are like, you shouldn't be on OnlyFans. It's dirty and it's bad. Okay, well, if I'm poor, you're mad at me too. So, shit.
I do probably gotta run though. I gotta pick up. You gotta pick up the son.
Yes.
Doing good. We're doing well.
Oh yeah.
Good. Thank you so much. We'll figure this out. I'll love to have you back. Yeah, to drive church. Appreciate you so much, Charles.
Thanks, guys. It was fun.
Let us play.